Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... Oh, I forgot to remove this. I found the other backgrounds. I completely neglected that these were even a thing. I thought these were all like video files that are going to take up space, but no, they were just restream generated winter themed backgrounds, or I guess the holiday ones they haven't got rid of yet because that's still New Year's music, technically speaking. Yeah, not really sure what's happening. And oh, okay, here we go. Oh no. Oh no. This doesn't bode well. So basically, I already I mentioned the I forgot what I was going to say now. Sorry, I got the description this time because this was a recommendation from Aidan, not from Josh. So I put this together, and then Josh sent me something else that I am just already is filling me with dread about this. So basically, Aidan recommended this to me yesterday, and he said he wasn't going to be around until today, and so we could do the stream today. And he hasn't, and even though I was on a call with him 2 minutes before starting this stream, he hasn't shown up. But the point was he was intending to be here today, and so I thought, okay, well, if he's recommending this, and also the way this presented, it looks actually pretty decent. Is this a time that I can say finally that a gacha video is going to is going to actually be as impressive as it is implied to be? And as it turns out, Josh then sent me this just now. Wait, oh no, I got the wrong thing. Dang it. No, I was trying to download the other image that he sent. Okay. Let me see. Is it this one? Okay, yeah. Before you comment, yes, I'm aware of lack of background music / sound effects and other noticeable mistakes. The reason is because I simply forgot and only realized how plain it was at the time of editing. Non-copyright music is also pretty hard to find, so yes, I heavily apologize for it. Nevertheless, in the future, I will definitely make sure to plan it more properly so it's more enjoyable. I thank you all so much for the support. First of all, non-copyright music is not hard to find. If you don't want to go in the route of like the classical music because of before public domain, making sure you don't get copyrighted performances of that as the stipulation, then you can always just go onto non-copyright sounds or the actual YouTube audio library. In fact, you can add YouTube audio library music onto a video that's already been published if you want to go down that direction. So there's really no excuse there for the lack of music. As for the sound effects, how do you forget that until the time of editing? That is the time that you would apply them, when you're editing the video. If you forgot to add the sound effects and stuff and you realize that when you premiere the video, go back and include them. I guess it's an hour and a half video, but how do you forget for an hour and a half long recording of edited project, which would have taken weeks, if not months, to prepare? How do you just simply think, oh, I guess I'm missing something essential. I can't hear anything going on right now, apart from the voices. So we're off to a bad start immediately. Okay, but as for the actual synopsis, here's what it says. A world with no light. Kingdoms have fallen. With the signs of a prophecy proceeding to become true, Calissa Valdez intends to stop it. But, like every princess, has problems of her own. Her father had arranged her marriage to a complete stranger. With these events coming to place at the time of the prophecy, she decides to run away and set out on a journey before the prophecy proceeds to turn for the worse. She encounters various people along the way and gives in to them, believing they could be trusted. But as time passes, she starts to wonder, was this really the right decision? Is the journey and fight worth the outcome in the end? After 2 years, I finally be able to finish this movie that I've worked on for so long. 2 years! And you forgot the sound effects. That being due to a school procrastination and a huge loss of motivation was only able to release it now. Nevertheless, despite the delay and some noticeable mistakes, I am proud this still turned out amazing that I can finally rest on the stress of this movie. Of course, I definitely wouldn't have done this without the support of the cast members, the whole When Winter Strikes team, my online friends, my sister helping me out with this bringing this piece to life. All cast members with their casting call club links and socials would be in the Google Docs down below. The link is safe, don't worry, so be sure to give them the support. So yeah, be sure to do that if you're so inclined to. The link to that video, of course, is in my description, as per usual. But yeah, 2 years. It seems like this was a case of I want this video to be out and done with, rather than when it was intended to be like a magnum opus of some kind, which I say once more really does not bode well in the slightest. Okay, I'm really starting to wonder right now, where on earth is everyone? I was stalling a lot for this. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so speaking of music, I guess, yeah, my own music was not playing for a while. I pressed the button and twice it didn't work for some reason. So let's see, hi to Bon, and to Josh, and to Eli, and I think I put on Sniff Longest one to edit more Super Pops. Oh, right, of course. If people don't know, Eli recently released a video of the last episode of Super Pops being edited in some way. I've not finished watching that yet, but pretty interesting to say the least. And also hello to Fox. Let's see. I wonder where my... So Bond really wanted to join for this video, so I suppose since neither of them seem to be showing up, I'm more curious about Aidan, because again, it was 2 minutes before we started this, and he seems to have just vanished immediately. Well, okay, I'll send Bon the invite link, and I guess we'll get going. But there's a lot of movies to get through, so this will probably be a multi-parter because it's an hour and a half long. But at least it's voice acted, so it won't be too time consuming. But we'll see. And use having some better experience, of course. And without further ado, on with the review. Okay. First of all, before the review, contains slight gore and a few flashes. Okay. Oh my goodness, I can already tell. I can already tell this is going to be so bad. A fully animated gacha movie. When Winter Strikes.
Ah, Kalisha, you're finally here.
Good morning, Father.
Have a seat, dear.
Okay, I'll say this for the animation, at least so far. The heads bobbing means that there's a constant movement. So I can see where the 2 years of effort went into is just going through a lot of this stuff. But I guess in terms of, I guess, just to make them stay alive. But then again, why am I commenting on animation myself when I can have an actual gacha animator, or a tweeting animator, I should specify, do that for me? So here we go. Bon is here. You can't tell.
Do I smell tweening?
You might. You just might.
Father has some news he would like to share with you.
All right, what's the news?
Oh, this is live
your
2D.
mother and I have been
Yeah.
I know live 2D when I see it.
Yeah, as do I, because it is worth pointing out that Live 2D was a big trend in in 2021 in Gacha. So if this movie's been going for 2 years as opposed to 2023, then I suppose this would have been inspired by that. What silent footsteps you have, my child. All the better sneak up and with, my dear.
thinking that it would be an appropriate time for you to have a husband.
I just caught a glimpse of like the dad's face like moving. It feels like they were just panning a magnifying glass across, so like half of his face started widening and then shrinking. It was so weird to look at.
Yeah, one thing that I wonder about Live 2D is a lot of the time it seems like the animation that people do on Live 2D ends up looking slow even when it's not supposed to. Like the animation there of like the of like the spit take like like that or something. It feels like, oh, I guess I know what it is. It's because it ends up looking fluid like all the time. It's always legato, so you can't go into like very like sharp movements. At least not as easily. Again, I haven't used Live 2D, but that's the impression that I get from what I've seen with that
Yeah,
with
Live
that app so
2D's
far.
whole thing is all about rigging, so I would think that stiff movements would be a lot harder just because of the fluidity of it.
Okay, good. But that means I'm not crazy. That's perfect.
What your father means is you need to get married in order to have an heir, so you can keep the family running.
I do at least commend like the constant movement that's going on. It's fidgeting. It's like how the Queen like shuffled back and forth in the chair. That's what I do in these reviews, honestly. And that feels like there's that's a realistic level of detail at the very least.
But why so sudden? I'm not even queen yet.
All the more to prepare, right?
that could be arranged, dear.
The only
It
better-
happened again. Look at his face. What's wrong with his face? It's like
Oh God, what's wrong with your face? I think it's because he's facing to the side. I think the idea is that, oh, I'm gonna face to the side, so I've got to bring out the eye that's on the other side because that's going to be close to the camera now, and shrink down the other one, and that's why it looks like a magnifying glass has passed over it.
Torbeck is
What if I-
concerned.
Refuse to find a husband.
Refuse. Kalissa, you know it's the rules. You can't.
Rules or not, I refuse to marry nor find a husband.
Okay,
Alright,
I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing my first negative here, apart from the lack of sound effects. The voice acting and therefore the expressions that accompany the voice acting are very, very mellow. This feels like a conversation that, yeah, it's just like it could have been a conversation for like that's like involves like some shouting or something, or at least like some anger from the king. You know, the rules are rules. You can't just simply decide that they don't apply to you anymore. She's like, rules are meant to be broken. How dare you? Like, this feels like it should be like if it's an argument, arguments are meant to be quick paced and very passionate. But I know that to an extent, like the royal family are always like very restrained with each other. But in this situation, it kind of feels like we're supposed the princess is not like aligned with like all of the royal beliefs and values. So why would she follow that necessarily?
Oh, find one. You don't have to worry about that, dear.
It bothers me that they're all eating different food.
I don't know. They all have their preferences, I guess.
Look, Kalissa, you're our only child. If you don't have an heir, who will rule the kingdom after you?
Fine. I'll find.
I don't know, distant relative, some nephew or niece you might have. There's always someone.
Wait, did you say I didn't need to find a husband?
Indeed,
Actually, didn't the mother say that?
my dear. We've already
Okay.
planned that out.
Without my consent?
Yeah, see, like, without my consent, like, she should be, like, really outraged at this point. But neither the expressions nor the voice do that for this scene.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure, calm yourself down after that torrent of emotion you just displayed right there.
he was
You really do need to,
hysterical.
like, relax. Yes, absolutely. They probably have private chefs to make their meals. Potentially, yeah.
Who did you choose to be my husband exactly?
Why, who would be a better choice than Prince Ilios of the Kyrith Kingdom?
Prince Elios? Someone who isn't from the neighboring kingdom and one who I barely even know?
Would they have to be from the neighboring kingdom? Is that like a requirement in this case?
Maybe she likes the boy from the neighboring kingdom.
Maybe her Tinder profile's only set to like a specific radius, and the neighboring kingdom is included in that and nothing else.
Local princes only. I'm not looking for someone who exaggerates. I hate drama.
I can only commute to 2 hours in a carriage, in a horse-drawn carriage. That's my limit.
I don't have that much patience, okay? If you're coming from the out-of-town kingdom, you're bringing your horse to me, okay? Do we see eye to eye? I guess not, because you live like 200 miles away.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't know which direction we're facing right now.
Yeah, maybe they
Well,
live
it's
next to the
basically-
freezing and flame spirits in the boarding school. They live next door.
Apparently, every spirit under the sun lives there. So yeah, fair enough.
We marry a complete
I sure hope a
stranger?
villain doesn't come down and destroy the place. Just put them all their eggs into one basket.
Yeah, potentially. That being said, I guess there is no like real antagonist in FAFSA so far. Not really. There's just like a bit of like an
ourselves.
internal rivalry.
His father, Darius, is a good
Just
friend. of mine.
ourselves and the broken bones.
Of course.
So therefore, you and Prince Ilios are going to spend the day together to be familiar with each other while his father and I discuss for the future preparations.
What?
This is an order, Calissa. Have I made myself clear?
Oh wow, I could see like the hair on it. Now like shrunk down as well, and the crown too.
I know. It
Yes.
hurts.
Seems to
Also, we could have done like a few more camera angles. If we're gonna, oh, okay, never mind. I was going to talk about camera angles, but I can save that for later. What would you like to
What's
comment
their-
on here?
No, watch their heads as they walk.
Oh yeah, isn't it great when like the head, but like the face of the character turns over to face the camera, but the helmet doesn't?
So as they walk, their like entire head just starts like distorting.
Oh, okay.
me
Let's
you
see.
have the viewpoint of the prince.
Oh yes.
Well, I've only met him once during
I think is this like is it? But this feels like something like squash and stretch, except there's more squash than there is stretch.
a big
Mhm.
royal event when I was really young, so I'm not
Whoa,
sure
what
how
is
to
going on
respond
with
to this
what is
kind
Soldier
of.
Man? What is going on with your arm? Why is it staying back like a few seconds after your walk cycle's done? It just hangs back,
Wow.
back.
Oh yeah.
You will see him
Hangs
for
back.
yourself. So you'll get your answer soon.
Maybe. But tell me, Sir Everard, what's your opinion on me getting married to someone I'm not quite familiar with?
I am but a guard. Nevertheless, I think that if you and the prince
That is
are
a
okay with it-
massive coat of arms. Holy cow. Look at that thing
Oh.
behind them.
I know what background this is now.
Yeah,
a
I feel
background
like
with-
everyone does now.
Yeah, because like the coat of arms is the background of the gacha. Okay, admittedly, I do like it when when the backgrounds move along, and the best way to do that is to like increase them in size. However, when you end up with results like this, you might want to try and filter those out.
So the way
Just-
I would fix this is one of the options that I feel like almost every editor has is there's like a tile option. So like you can just multiply the image by infinity, and then I use the mirror option, which I feel like you've seen in some of my videos where they just start reflecting on each other. It's hard to explain, but it works. That way the background just continues.
I need to look into that. I just been like making long backgrounds in Fire Alpaca. I need to do some more
Show
of that.
you. I can show you.
Fair enough. Don't be silly. That's how we're trained to walk. So we can definitely not secretly pickpocket others.
The old
You-
hang back.
You gotta pick a pocket or two, boys. You gotta pick a pocket or two.
and are confident enough to build trust in each other, then perhaps it shouldn't be a problem.
I see. That makes me a little reassured now. Thank you.
Darius, it's been a while, my friend. Yes, we've missed out a lot, haven't we?
Ah, our crowns still look identical. Yes, they do.
Oh,
And their
they do.
voices.
Darius, nice to see you. Yes, it is nice to see you as well. I agree, Darius.
Exactly what happened.
Okay,
There was no
Uh,
change in vocals at all.
you know what? There is a Google Doc of the cast members. So let's see what it actually says under here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So So it says underneath here, Ezekiel JK as King Nicholas / King Darius.
Maybe they're brothers.
That doesn't bode well for this arranged marriage, Bon.
Oh,
that
yeah,
that's-
you're right. Never mind.
Not that it's uncommon in royal families, but it's still not a good look.
That's a little too close in relationship.
Literally, yes.
Very well. And you? Same old, same old.
I can hear like an attempt to do something different. I think Darius is supposed to be more like I don't know what kind of I would say. Well, something like this, like above like a pocket lipstick, same old, same old. Like it's a little bit of variation, but only in like the position of the body, not necessarily like the actual like insides.
Ah, speaking of which, here's my son Ilios. Ilios, meet King Nicholas and his daughter Calissa.
It's a
Okay, I thought they already vaguely knew of
Yeah,
Prince
I
Helios
didn't think
before.
that we were going to introductions.
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, who better than Prince Helios? He's already like nailed down like different candidates, but okay, I guess not.
He went to their wiki pages. Oh yeah, this
I
one
would-
seems suitable. I picked
I
this
would
one.
love it if like Prince Helios was like some sort of like goblin-esque hunchback or something, and you just said the king just didn't know beforehand because he didn't bother doing research.
He got catfished. He got catfished.
It's a pleasure, Sire. Ah, the princess. Nice to meet you.
Oh god. The only thing that would make that worse is if he like had like a terrible like dying cough that you think that is just he's just gonna die in the next breath.
Yeah. Just like
Ah, yes, I'm sure that we'll be able to produce an heir for this fine king.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
and the king's like, well, it's nice to
Uh-oh.
it's nice to finally meet you. He gets interrupted constantly by the cough as it keeps happening. Prince Enos's hair is graying. Maybe he is a catfish. Maybe he's just like wearing makeup and trying to stay young.
He has
pleasure
a
to meet you,
princess
Your
locked in his
Highness,
tower.
and Princess Calissa.
Yeah.
The pleasure is ours, Prince Elios.
My, you've grown into a fine young lady, Calissa.
Okay, so those two have met apparently.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I think you and Prince Ilios will get along very well. Now, shall we discuss about our agreement? Indeed. Let's get started.
Do you see the way that King Nicholas turns? It's like vroom, 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 vroom.
On a swivel.
It's like an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
So, Prince Elios, would you perhaps like a tour of the castle?
Certainly, but just call me Elios. Prince is a little excessive.
Especially when you're going to be my husband.
Absolutely. Or when I'm going to be your husband. But yeah.
Well, Elios, follow me.
So, this is your room.
What?
It has
I think the chat just heard like I
There's
think the
no
chat just heard the
transition there.
Hanna-Barbera. Oh,
four.
So, follow me.
Thank
yeah.
you. I decorated most of it myself.
Is that why it's so empty?
With the help of the servants here, of course.
I
What did they help with? Clearing up everything else?
see.
Servants, I want you
So-
to chuck all of my accessories off the balcony.
You just like cut down to like the rest of them. There's like a pile of a bunch of decorations and stuff just
Hitting-
like on one side of the castle.
Hitting citizens below is extra points.
Oh my goodness.
When are we gonna cut the formality act?
I thought you'd never ask. Being a royal is pretty hard, especially with all these high expectations expected of you by everyone.
What page number am I with Earth Takes Gold? I have not had a chance to work on that, honestly. Ever since Aidan started about Spanish jobs. Don't forget the kitchen sink that is in my bedroom. My bedroom is the kitchen.
It's
Just
it's a poor
repurposed.
family after all.
Are you the only child?
Indeed, making it even harder for me.
Did he
And
not
you?
know that? Anyway.
Oh, well, I
They
have an
just
older
met.
brother. So he's assigned to rule after my father. Following him is me. And
Which of course makes sense because then, he's in charge of producing the heir for this kin rather than the other one. Yeah.
Another one is coming to our family in due time.
Congrats to you then. It must be nice having siblings.
Don't you have any friends or people to talk to within the castle?
I'd say one of the maids or
What
guards around
friends
here.
live in
but
the castle?
Probably the guard we saw earlier.
Other than them, not
You can't
exactly.
be friends with guards, can you?
She can, apparently.
So your father's a protective type then?
You could say that.
I see. Say, the sky looks a lot darker during the evenings. Is it always like this in your kingdom?
Well, the sky gets darker during the. That's how the sky works. It gets darker during the evenings. What a weird thing to say.
Huh? What are you referring to?
I'm guessing this is more because of like this whole like the land without light situation. So I guess the darkness is going to take over or something now. Maybe that's
No.
it.
It couldn't be.
Okay, I will say I like the different perspective shots that are going on. I was going to talk about camera angles earlier because the scene in the table I thought could have used like a couple of like close up shots when people were talking to vary it up a little bit. But here we have at least like a side view of the balcony and the front view, and we had the back view earlier as well. I think most of these are custom backgrounds. At least this portion is, and I must say, I would love to create something along these lines, or some sort of balcony like this. Where did you acquire such fine assets, please?
Jacob's calling. He's coming to steal your custom backgrounds.
It couldn't be what?
There was this prophecy I've read. A prophecy about a frost era, strong winter that would come.
Okay, I will say,
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, when it comes to these, like, I feel like the fade down and fade up transitions probably not the best thing to do, especially when you're trying to like have one.
I think just a quick cut would be fine. Like, it doesn't need fade. Fade is too much.
Yeah, at this point, when we said earlier about the transition from one scene to another, that was different. This stuff, yeah, just quick cut.
And creatures called Lozelians would attack kingdoms.
It was not that dark outside beforehand. Like, that's a new sky. They did not have that sky like 5 minutes ago.
Haven't you heard? The sky gets darker in the evening.
In 5 minutes? Actually, you know what? In Canada, yes, it does. It literally only takes 5 minutes because it's winter.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Ryan George Canadian winter sketch.
For me, it's like 5:30 and like it's already dark.
Warnings.
A frost and a prophecy. Wait, you're talking
Lord
about
Cassius. Yeah, I am. People may have called him crazy in his time. Till now, even. It's a shame that many have forgotten and believed his stories as myths.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't one of them, but you seem so invested in this. How does this prophecy go exactly?
That was like me talking to one of my exes that believes in ghosts. It's like, and that was the first time I like talked to anyone who like believed in the paranormal properly. So I was like, well, I can see how passionate you are, so I won't say anything for now. Maybe I'll be swayed. It depends. But I'm not going to pretend like I haven't just cast all this aside previously. Also, no, my customer backgrounds, if I have any of them.
Pretty sure it goes something like, when the time of heat disappears.
Yeah, no, I'm with this dude. What the heck?
I guess this was part of the decoration. She wanted a spotlight in her room.
I can just imagine one of the servants on a ladder off screen, like holding up a spotlight right above her.
Did she like time this as well? Did she know that she was going to end up stopping at this exact point and she'd have planned it ahead of time so the spotlight would be like down on her when she had to tell this story?
Clearly nobody behind her. Like, he looks, if there were, he would have reacted, but there was nothing going on. That seems to imply that the spotlight just showed up out of nowhere.
Is she going to start singing now? No, because that would require music.
Just imagine acapella.
The music track was like a different layer, and all the music sound got deleted as a layer, and so everything was programmed. So you just get a bunch of acapella
runs
tracks.
Back, Dad, I don't want to marry this girl. She's weird.
Oh yeah, but then of course, like there's different like harmony tracks sometimes, so you get like pure silence in the chorus until like one backing vocal comes in.
I think that I'm gonna get murdered tonight.
The costume design was a highlight.
Spheres.
I like it for the.
Tell me what the about.
I can't do the next line.
That one got cut too. It's fine.
Eyes, kingdoms hidden from prying eyes. 2 signs will be made manifest, warnings that should be addressed. If a heart is taken so light, it won't be long till winter strikes.
Huh. That's some prophecy, but wait.
I won't have to say this twice, and visuals of that would have been quite nice.
If this so-called winter is true, then
Yeah, I know, but I'll talk to my father about it, and let's see what he thinks.
If the winter thing is true, it makes sense why the sky's getting darker.
So, how are both of you coming along?
Okay, I like to see like how she was about to open her mouth and the queen just interrupts her.
Made some progress getting to know each other?
Perhaps so, Mother.
That's good to hear.
Oh, Father, I'd like to speak to you
Ah,
about...
yes. I wanted to announce that Darius and
I love the implication that Darius was still talking, even though...
Man, this family has a really bad habit of interrupting people when they're about to talk.
Yeah. I'd say I'm noticing something. If they'd done that with like interruptions or they would have been mid-conversation, that would have been one thing. But it seems like in this production, there's no one ever interrupts anyone in the voice department. Because that's one thing you can obviously do with multiple layers. You can just like have people cut each other off or something, or have multiple conversations going on at once, dim one down a bit, so the king and the 2 kings can talk to each other for a bit, and then they realize, oh, we've got to pay attention to this. That's one of those like subtle techniques you can actually do, but it seems like everyone is waiting their turn. So maybe this is just maybe this is just one layer, and I was actually onto something earlier.
No, it's not, KW. That is a hair highlight that is specific to that front hair only. I've used it before, and it's just that highlight, and that's it. So this is Gacha Club on Live 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been in production for 2 years.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
They didn't suddenly switch. Definitely not. All that's missing with today's Princess moment is the woodland critters breaking into her room to dance along. Yes,
And the music.
Yes! Not again!
It was bound to happen eventually. It's been 42 minutes. It's been long enough.
and I have planned to host a grand ball tomorrow evening to celebrate your engagement.
You probably should have
even proposed.
Well, it's an arranged marriage. You didn't have to.
I see. I don't know anything about royal stuff. I don't live in a.
That
I don't
being
live
said-
under a British rule.
Well, we don't tend to do arranged marriages here either
Oh, then I don't know how you'd know about that.
because of stories. Honestly, arranged marriages. That's they're a very common story trope. I'm not saying they still exist in real life in different places, but and sometimes it is in different cultures. But yeah.
All right.
What?
Oh my god,
Father,
I've used
is this
those chair
true?
props before.
Indeed, my son. It would be a wonderful way to announce the news to the people of this kingdom. And since you both will rule it one day, might as well prepare the townspeople too.
Yes, but there's been a great thing to think about if you actually decide to arrange it for a day that's not tomorrow. Good luck planning an entire ball and sending out all the invitations to the entire kingdom in one night. Unless this is a modern kingdom that has access to social media, it's not going to work.
If there's one thing that the kingdom is, it's punctual.
I suppose.
But why so soon? We just got to know each other for a day and you're planning to make it public already?
Of course. Like I say, the
We
earlier the
don't
better.
even know if this is going to work out.
Oh no! She decides to
go,
raise her voice
interruptions.
and give angry eyebrows. Yeah.
And interruptions.
Okay. All right. I guess all 3 of my main concerns have been addressed immediately, apart from the sound one. But yeah. Kind of unrated, but all the shows are with Danish royalty right now. The new Queen Mary is Aussie. But oh, well, I guess that makes sense then. I can see why. I'm also imagining there's going to be some sort of, Australian series about that at some point.
Hmm.
That being said, I was really into Australian TV at one point for some reason. I have to remember like what the actual name of the series was, but the last like Aussie series that I watched was one of like these two twins that end up like getting sent to their German family. Who is and the German family is specific like Baron von Hassenburg, who lives in a castle, and you know whatever hijinks they're into, and like other those, and also like the main character, one of the twins, wanted to start a band, and you know, but a bunch of things happen. I forgot what the name of the series was. So when does winter strike? Presumably around like I'd say like Act 2, 3 of this movie,
Oh
probably.
my gosh, I haven't seen Mops McFlops in ages.
No, neither have I, which is a bit of a problem because they're on the editing team for the Mutant Girl.
May I remind you that this agreement was made without my consent? Haven't you thought for a second that maybe I would have had a different view if you had just asked?
Did Prince Edios consent? Because he hasn't said anything about this subject either.
I suppose not, since you're always
Callista,
so...
that is enough. As your father, you shall do as I say.
Don't make me raise my voice at all.
Whether you have a choice or not.
But
Not another word, young lady.
Excuse me.
Again, we could have done with some close-ups in this entire scene.
I thought I would find you here.
Why?
Yes.
You don't know the layout of this castle at all. You just got here today. Why would you possibly think you would find her here?
I installed a tracker on her.
He is to be mine forever.
So, princess, lead the way.
Hand on the back. Beep beep. What was that? Me coughing.
Yeah, it's just like okay, shall we go?
And yeah, he's the goblin. We've come full circle.
Curses, you found me out. This is my true form.
Do you still want to marry me? And then if it's like a Victor Hugo novel or something, she says yes because of the beauty inside. Except for the fact that he's always done his tracker so far, but anyway. Is he a spy? He has to be a spy. Yeah, he works for the winter.
You made quite the scene back there. Very bold.
Thanks for bringing it up, jerk.
What are you trying to say?
She's like, I thought you might find you here. I know your place of solace, and I know that this is important to you. Say, you messed up pretty bad, didn't you?
Like, this guy did not think this conversation through. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go up to the person who probably doesn't want to see me at all, considering I'm gonna get married to her against her will, and then I'm gonna crap on her. Man, honestly, making a scene. Ugh, embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Please tell me you know that reference to the Goblin King. I don't think I do. Sorry.
You're bold for standing up and stating your opinion. And if you ask me, it's braver than anything I've ever done.
Oh, that's
You've
boring. You
never
should just
stood up
laugh
for
at her.
yourself
That's
before?
funnier.
Mixed messages.
I have, or at least tried once. It didn't exactly end well. Plus, despite the positive
Is
side
that
of
the
his
reference?
father, he can be pretty
No, it's not the reference. I think she's talking about Prince Aegis now.
fearsome when he's infuriated, so I tend not to.
Well, at least you can control your opinions. This sort of thing happens almost every time there's a discussion. I just can't control it. I
What?
can't help standing up to defend myself.
I mean, there's a chance you might be
I
a teenager,
thought it
so
was
that's
Labyrinth.
understandable.
I didn't want to say anything because it's such an obscure movie, but I thought it was Labyrinth. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I've seen the nostalgic review of that movie, but I haven't actually seen the actual movie itself.
It's all right.
Keeping
Yeah.
quiet is just not my style.
Yeah, I witnessed.
Anyways, what did you
witnessed?
come here for? To try and...
Yeah, I guess that's just instead of like saying like I saw it or something like that. You gotta be fancier with royal lines.
and talk me out of it?
Nope. Came to have a bit of fresh air. It's just a little tight in the dining room with all those closed windows, you know?
No, I don't know. All the windows were open while we were in the dining room.
So, this winter, does the book mention how it came to be? Or perhaps how we can stop it from occurring?
Well,
Assuming it even is occurring, you just like speculated this. You haven't talked about
Yeah,
this
he
at
got
all.
really invested real quick.
Yeah. Also, wasn't the whole point that you're going to talk to this about this like, to the king? You can just go back there now. He'll probably drop the whole marriage discussion if he thinks that a danger is going to occur to the kingdom.
Well, for one, this winter was made by the first magic wielder as a curse to the kingdoms because of the first king's judgment to all wielders. Apparently, he was convinced by one of his eunuchs that since wielders contain powers, they could overthrow his kingdom easily, therefore causing him to banish wielders from all of the land, resulting to the curse of the frost.
Only banishment. If this were Planet Vegeta, the punishment would have been more severe than that. At least an attempt of it, that's for sure. I guess any part of the Frieza Empire, I suppose.
As for the second question, the book does not say.
I see. So, what happened to the first wielder after she cursed the kingdoms?
She disappeared and was never seen again, so no one knows for sure.
Ah, okay.
Follow-up question. What's the average life expectancy of a wielder? And how was she at the time?
Also,
See, like, the problem with the lack of music is that you can hear the very slight ending of a recording. Like, you can hear the background sounds while they're recording. With music, you're able to cover that up most of the time, but it's, like, annoyingly obvious now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wielders and bearers the same?
No, actually, magic wielders are those who can use and wield magic to their pleas, and certain wielders can wield or possess certain abilities. Magic bearers, on the other hand, are the ones who are born with magic and take in different forms, such as pixies, fairies, leprechauns, etc.
Oh, so the wielders have to learn the magic. That's part you didn't say. You just said they could use it. They didn't say whether they're born or not. Okay.
Wielders can be taken in the form of us humans, so it would be hard distinguishing them. Oh, and
Except for, the one... just look for people who aren't like fairies or anything else that you just mentioned.
Well, I think they meant to distinguish them from other humans. Because wielders seem like the type of people to hide their magic.
If
Like,
they...
it might be like a...
yeah.
It
I
might be
suppose.
like a malpractice, you know?
Yeah. If they thought to do that beforehand, they would have been banished, but I guess it was a little bit of a surprise. Yeah.
That's not what
they can...
tone deaf means, KW.
And
That's
also
just
there
regular deaf.
Yeah, also there are... Oh, you're talking about like the background noises in the actual recordings themselves. I was going to say there's no background noise.
Tone deaf means.
No, it's not.
can't exceed the level of a bear. It sounds confusing, but it'll make sense if you're a bookworm like me.
And it also makes sense we had some visuals on the screen to portray that rather than just you going through the admittedly impressive animation cycles, but still, we've seen them already. You don't...
Or some camera angles, please. You had some earlier.
Yeah, either one of those would have worked just fine.
You sure do know a lot about them, don't you?
Yeah, you nerd.
I like to research and learn in my spare time. Who knows? It could come in handy one day.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, of
Sky.
course.
Oh no.
What the heck happened to her eyes?
Where
Her
are
eyes
you
had a
going?
seizure.
I know. Also, what happened to the sky? The sky changed in the background of this scene? I don't think it has.
There is something I need to clarify in the book.
Eli, KW. Are you wearing headphones for best experience? I don't think so.
I know what tone deaf means. I just used the wrong thing. The wrong thing, yeah. I always read that as song. Okay. If it's just not your top language. I thought it was your top language. I thought it's your top language actually Japanese this whole time.
And she can't even speak it without Google Translate. How do you speak?
What would be your top language?
What's your top language?
She recognized Korean a few days ago. Maybe it's Korean.
Exactly.
Oh, really? That's cool.
When the first sign, that is the darkened sky, is shown, there's supposedly a greater second sign to indicate that the frost is certainly coming.
You could also just, it's the course is like it just supposed to be fading to nighttime. You didn't really clarify that. It's like,
see, what would have been funny is that as soon as she finished, like, there's a certain like sign that says that the winter is coming, and then just behind them through the glass, a massive snowball just like hits the window.
They should have done that in Game of Thrones. That'd been really funny. One snowball hits a window, everyone freaks out in the royal dining hall.
Was that a not clip art bookshelf on the wall?
It certainly looks like it is. The thing you said. Not that it is clip art. It is incorrect, and a hint of Chinese. All after gibberish. Fair enough.
A little pinch of Chinese. All
Here
right.
it is. After a darkened sky, the last
Which
sign before the deep
Chinese?
It's like the garnish.
frost is a great
There's several types of Chinese languages.
I'm going to guess Mandarin.
Yeah.
earthquake.
Listen,
Does she not feel that?
I guess she didn't. No one heard any rumblings, and like the bookshelf fell down because she didn't hear it coming.
Are you all right?
Wait, that was a sound effect just there. The book's falling. That was a sound.
I think she said missing sound effects.
Fine, but we need to get down.
I
But
guess
every
the
sound
falling
effect
was
is
a
a-
really significant sound effect. Had to be included.
Oh, okay. Maybe there was no intention to have like footsteps or anything else like that. Yeah.
I wasn't talking about. I wasn't talking about the labyrinth, KW.
That's a great language. Sorry, I meant
Yes. Oh no, they're going off. What are they saying, Jacob? You can speak. You talk to Aidan. You can speak gibberish, can't you?
I mean, every word is just like an anagram of itself, like of an English word. So you've got like, that's a great language. I love gibberish. Admittedly, I do not know any words like with like HG and Y specifically.
At least Flower Pot's got like a pattern going on. KW is just like gibberish with an accent.
Oh, that's the difference. Yeah, Fluffer's got an anagram. Kid was like,
Also, KW, I wasn't talking about the labyrinth. I was talking about this video because Eli was saying that he couldn't hear the background noise of the voices, and I said you have to have headphones for best experience. Keep up, gibberish. Come on.
Oh, okay. I just received a message from Maya. Apparently, she's gone to the gym instead. Instead with a friend, which
Priorities.
I know, right? Yeah, told me that.
Wow.
Okay.
You're a little late. We've been streaming for like an hour.
Yeah. As for Aidan, still no word on that.
But this is Aidan. We know this.
Yeah, but I was on a call with him right before this. Like the whole point was, I went downstairs. I was set up the stream, and then like sent him the notification 50 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Under there.
There's a lack of tension.
That was tremendous.
Oh yeah,
Are you
so
all right?
tremendous. The sound must have been insane.
I do like. It looks like there's an upturned chair or something that's going on there. Oh wait, no, it's just a blanket.
No,
Never
that's a
mind.
blanket.
Yeah, okay. I realized the moment it says like, oh, is the background going to reflect what we just said? Never mind. I don't think that's an anagram either. I can't make out any words from that.
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Not too much damage.
Princess Calissa. Oh, Prince Helios. Are you both alright?
Yes, we're all right. Don't worry about it. What about Mom and Dad? Are they safe? And King Darius, how is he?
Do not worry. They're all safe and sound.
But wait, the townspeople. We need to make sure the residents are safe. I'm sure they all must have been traumatized because of this incident.
Yes, your father is sending guards on the case, and they're on their way to the village. So rest assured, Princess. Now follow me. I have been ordered to bring you both to the palace bunker for a while, to keep you both safe in case another mishap strikes.
Understood. Oh, and Elios? Thanks for protecting me earlier.
It's an honor to serve you, Princess.
I'm terrible.
Okay, again, at least they seem to be getting along. I mean, of course, like,
Yeah.
of course, a lot of these stories, these eventually, the reluctant couple that have been like engaged for so long are they're supposed to realize they have feelings for each other and be okay with it in the end. So maybe we're going down that direction. Maybe the same direction that Ranma and Akane went down, but might not want to do that necessarily.
Terribly sorry for the trouble this great earthquake has caused. It was truly an unexpected event. Don't apologize, my friend. It is, as you say, unpredicted. However, it was quite a massive earthquake, so I must return to the kingdom and to my wife, as she is due with child.
Yes, no one could have seen this coming, rest assured. Father! Father! I saw this coming! It's in this book!
She is
Of
due
course.
with child.
Safety comes first for your family. I will not stop you.
But wouldn't they have been safe if the earthquake was here?
Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe he's at risk.
It said headphones for best experience at the beginning of the video.
Oh, you're talking about the which, by the way, look at this. E-Man, that's the anagram we were looking for.
She's switching between the languages.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Bon, I can't remember. It's been an hour. I can't believe none of us have said it yet. No noses.
I remember what I said. Having noses is a plus. That's like a nice surprise. It's no
It's a nice
longer
surprise.
expected.
No longer. You've just given up on the case now.
There have just been too many that just don't have them.
Right.
Good to me, Nicholas. And so we will return once everything is well. You are welcome any time, my friend.
Have a safe travel, Darren.
I'm also seeing the pacing in some of these scenes, the way they pause after the certain lines, is always a bit of an awkward gap between them.
So, I guess this is where we part ways for now.
Pause.
I believe so.
Pause.
I've just met you for a day, and I feel like I already know a lot about you.
Pause.
I feel the same way. But don't worry, we'll meet again soon.
Make sure to keep warm during the winter, alright?
You're the one person that nobody would want to sit next to at a movie theater.
That's the thing. This is why I can't watch gachas casually anymore, or most other things, because I just end up doing what I'm doing here. I just found a way to monetize my natural reflexes.
I'll tell my father about it too.
Send my regards to your mom and the baby.
Will do.
Now I can't unhear you saying pause. Thank you so much.
That is one of the things that's difficult to nail in audio. Whenever I'm compiling a scene together, I will play back the audio several times when I need to hear how the flow actually goes. So when I want the pause to happen, it will happen, but it's not going to be a gap between every single line, just so you can hear the recordings. Because of course, if you're doing by recordings, there's always going to be a gap when the voice actors don't speak because they want to check their recording devices actually going. So even then,
I think I'm guilty of the pause issue.
maybe. I don't know. Next time I'm Vusic goes to the Plex, I'll check out for that.
Yeah, see you in a year.
Father, I need to talk to you about something.
Not now, Calissa. I have certain matters to attend to.
Father, this is important.
What could be more important than...
There's a great winter soon to befall every kingdom. A prophecy made by Lord Cassius indicates that this is something we shouldn't take lightly. Therefore, I ask you to permit me to go venture out to find a solution to this.
But isn't the solution in the book that you already have? Or are you suggesting that the book has details of where to find, I don't know, the wielders or such?
Alyssa, this is no time to fool around.
Follow
But
the
I
North
am-
Star.
Also, are wielders still banished? Because that was the ruling of the first king. Has every king since then stuck by that ruling?
Not fooling around, Father. This earthquake and this winter are all connected. Before we know it, this frost could last forever and it can ruin each and every kingdom. I
This
have
just
to do
sounds like
something.
Frozen.
Potentially, yeah.
And by that you want me to send you on a conquest to danger? Absolutely not.
But if you just let it slide,
It's a conquest, more of a crusade.
you'll put the people in danger.
Oh my god, this
Oh,
literally is Frozen. She's marrying a man she just met.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
But the
barely going to survive. Not to mention, the next generations who face this calamity would just suffer even more if I don't go.
And what if something happens to you? I can't afford to lose you that easily from something no royal has ever tried to prevent.
That
But if
easily?
he-
Would you
yeah.
be willing to afford to lose her for something harder?
Yeah, and also the implication here is that if he knows that there is a danger, so he knows about the winter in the first place. Theoretically, he could just like send someone else on this mission, like one of the guards, for example. He's already sent out to check on the village in the middle of an earthquake. He's clearly willing to risk their lives, so why not just send one of them?
At least let me try. If I fail, then I know I've made an effort, rather than just sitting here to attempt to survive the cold blizzard.
Calissa, it is meaningless to try if you are just going to fail. I'm sorry, but my answer is no.
She said if just going to fail.
I'm not letting you venture out on your own.
But
this is the end of our discussion.
Why can't he just listen to me for once?
Your father is just worried for you. He doesn't want to risk it for a string of hope.
You don't get it, Mom. He's always been like this, even for the little things. He just doesn't get me.
I'm sure he will one day. Just give him time. He is your father.
He dies the next
Thank
scene,
you,
doesn't he?
supportive mother.
It's either he dies next scene or she does to something to do with the winter.
Yep, Frozen. Telling you.
Doesn't mean he's always right.
I've been
going to
staring
pretend
at the edge of the...
That's not the wrong Disney movie, but still the idea.
No, but it's the exact same scene. Like, argument with father, mom comes to say, you should listen to your father, and then leaves, and then she has a song.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Frozen Moana.
This honestly would have been better
Moana
as a
on
musical.
ice.
Moana on ice. Maui would just leave her. He wouldn't need a boat to travel. He'd just like walk on the ice.
Run.
I'm capable of doing this alone.
Is Calissa not joining us for dinner?
I don't know. You're not at the table, so clearly you're not ready either.
Perhaps she has lost track of time and is in her room. I'll go get her now.
All right, thank you.
He's gonna catch her running off.
It's gonna come
Or
with her.
she's
I
gone.
believe it's time for dinner, princess.
Actually,
yeah.
no, she's gone. She's
Good
gone.
good old pillow on the bed technique or something.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gone.
Oh my
Princess
goodness.
Calissa,
More sound effects that are important.
are you asleep? It's time for dinner.
Yeah, I'll call louder so you can wake up, but that would involve raising my voice. That's against the law in this production.
Well, instead, in order to fix that, they probably just could have did loud banging. That way you don't have to get your character to raise their voice. You can just do loud banging.
Yeah, just amplify that sound effect.
Intrusion, but it's time for...
Oh, God.
Calissa? Huh? What's this? Your Highness, Calissa's gone.
What?
I think that was the attempt to raise a voice. I think a lot of these actors are doing character voices, and they haven't quite worked out how to do volume control in them.
How could this be?
Guards!
Wait, Your Highness. I found this in her room. I believe it was written by the princess before she left. I think you ought to read it first, before anything else.
All right.
Dear Father, if you are reading this, unfortunately I cannot come to dinner tonight. I've made up my mind to go and venture out into the woods and break this curse. Regardless of how dangerous this might be, I'm going to try anyway. Please do not send anyone after me to try and bring me back. I want to prove to you that I'm capable of doing some things on my own, and this is one of them. I hope to return safely after I finish this quest.
So it's not about saving the kingdoms and therefore basically the world and making right what is wrong. It's about proving yourself so that your father thinks you're capable. Which, I mean, not that that's a bad motivation, but when the other motivation is, saving the world, that might come first.
make sure to keep warm and take shelter during the frost, and ensure the townspeople do too. Your loving daughter, Calissa.
How
Dear father, you never listen to me.
dare she disobey me? No. I will make sure she comes
Let
back and...
her go.
But, Luciana!
I know our daughter, Nicholas. She won't just go and do things on her own if it isn't a serious matter.
And if she weren't trying to prove herself.
You're just going to let our daughter run into danger like that?
Listen, I had one singular heart-to-heart conversation with her. That should be enough.
Calissa is a strong royal. Knowing her, she isn't willing to back down, even if you send your strongest men after her.
Sure. Strongest men? Go and arrest her,
What a
please.
But we still have no
Your
proof
Majesty,
that...
my apologies for interrupting. We've had reports of the air getting cooler and snow falling to the ground.
You have reports of the air being cooler. What are these reports? Opening a window and peeping out of it? Because that's all it would take.
We
Yeah.
read a thermostat. It's definitely getting colder.
Yes. Also, a snowball was chucked relentlessly at our window, and when
There's snow.
yes, and when it did so, there was an icicle attached to it with an engraving that said, "Ha ha he he, winter is coming, you fools."
What? Are you sure?
Positive, Your Highness.
All right. Sir Everard, I want you and your men to go to the townspeople and inform them to stock some food, and then to stay in their houses during the cold, as per the king's orders.
Just him?
Your Highness.
No, him and his men.
Oh.
I
And
didn't
one
hear
more
that part.
thing, Sir Everard. After you've done your task, I want you to bring someone in for me.
The princess, obviously.
It snowed really hard overnight.
Yes, indeed. It caused Princess Calissa to flee from the castle as well.
Wow,
The
word traveled fast.
snow did not cause her to leave. If anything, the snow would have caused her to stay, right? Because if that was what he was concerned about, he doesn't know about the whole like catastrophic winter thing. So as far as he's concerned, Calissa's scared of snow. Either that or was really into snow and was just like, I've got to stay here in this castle. Wait, snowy! went outside to play and never returned.
Oh my god, she's gonna start singing Do You Want to Build a
Want to
Snowman?
build a
'Cause
snowman.
it's
She's off
frozen!
building a snowman. Yes, I was just thinking that. She's off building snowmen. Either that or she's having an Elsa moment because, I mean, when it's like during Let It Go,
Right, she's
she
running
fled
away
off
from the
and started,
problems?
yeah,
Oh my god, this is literally frozen.
I suppose. Except for in this case, Calissa's both Anna and Elsa, depending on the scene that she's in. But yeah. Just with the camera angles of the camera, but I feel like I'm playing a side-scrolling game or close to that. Yeah, that's true. This might be just a visual novel.
Calissa ran away?
Unfortunately so.
You don't seem too upset about this.
Yeah, I think it was worth telling her fiance about it, I guess.
She is a remarkable girl.
He
Yes,
doesn't
well,
seem too upset about it either.
yes, she'll return eventually, just in time for the wedding. Your Highness, we found the frozen corpse of Princess Calissa outside. I should have reconsidered.
I was wrong. Goes back to reading.
You cut to the next day at the wedding. It's just like the princess standing there with like in the groom's outfit next to a block of ice.
What is that?
And those alien, I guess. Which, by the way, are the names of like the mythical creatures that were inside this book. So she recognizes them, but I feel like she should be like a bit more surprised that they actually exist, even though she does think this is all to do with the winter. Seeing one up close, like the final confirmation this is not all just a coincidence, you know, like the weather, because it does these things sometimes. This should have been like a much more profound moment.
I'm kind of... oh.
All right,
my
sure.
gosh, that's a drawing.
Are you?
Hold on. Princess flees from castle and finds blonde male companion in the snow. Does he have a reindeer next to him
Where's
as
the
well?
snowman? Is he about to come alive?
Nah, the snowman's later. We've got to get Sven first.
Oh yeah.
I'm having his supports now. I'm going to do the episode where they explain how they began. Yeah. Oh, that's why I said in the comments, wasn't it? Yeah, because I want to see like Majesty, like Creepy Majesty at her finest at that point. There's be like some psycho music or something. Whenever she's like shows up at the window. Anyway.
Are you all right?
I think it
Is
might.
that? Yes, it is. It's one of the pets in Gacha Club.
I wonder how
That's
they
what-
did that, because we were talking about that like ages ago about how we can tween just like the static pets. I don't know how they did that.
My guess, again, not a tweener, not much of an animator, is that they just took multiple images of the whole thing, and they like erased different parts of the body to make them as like parts of things and combine them all to make a rig, potentially.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Now follow me. It's not safe to be out here in this frost.
I thought he had one arm for a second there. I thought it was like he had like a like a missing arm, but no, I think it's just because his shoulder's jutting outwards.
Who are you exactly?
Yeah, he's got
Call
a
me
hand.
Aidan.
Well, nice to
Oh
meet you, Aidan.
boy. Well, I guess he made it after all.
One way or another. What the?
That's why he couldn't be here. It's like it's like that scene in Superman where like Clark Kent is having an interview with Superman is at the same time. It's like keep going back and forth in the different layers of the building.
What just happened?
Sparks
You
flew.
coming?
Huh?
That's how you know it's
yeah.
real.
Oh, it's in the air.
Yeah, you had a zing.
So, what's a royal like you doing out here in the woods? Especially in a cold winter such as this.
He knows
How
she's
did
royal.
you know that I'm a royal?
Well, I mean,
can
again, we
sense it.
also had this Princess Kim discussion. You don't need a crown for her to recognize royalty.
That is
For
true
her
if
to
she's
recognize
well
royalty.
known enough. Yeah.
That's it. It's within my blood to be able to sense something such as this.
Wait, you've got magic. You're a wielder.
He's a
Your help.
wielder.
You're a
Yeah,
wielder.
he's
I found
definitely a
someone.
wielder.
Yeah.
Look at his shirt. He's got like a spark on his shirt. He's definitely a wielder. You said that.
Yeah.
You said that they were good at hiding this. He's literally got a magic symbol on his shirt.
She's like, he's like, oh, I'm not a wielder. Wait, how did we light this fire? I didn't see you like strike a match or anything.
I just
What
saw you,
fire?
like, clap your hands.
It's the scene from Avatar where Jet sees Iroh fire bending as tea.
Within your blood? You're a wielder?
Oh,
Impressive. But
Impressive. You made a very simple kindergarten level logical deduction. Congratulations.
that doesn't answer my question. Why are you out here?
I ran away.
Got tired of the never-ending luxuries, princess?
No. I'm on a mission to try and stop this winter. A prophecy was made about this by a person named...
Lord Cassius. Yeah, I'm aware of this winter.
Then you can understand why I'm on this quest.
is he Lord Cassius?
Right.
I don't think so. I'm guessing as a wielder, he must have known the story because that's why his people were banished. But then again, wielders aren't born with magic. So if he
Mhm.
were descended from other wielders, he wouldn't have picked up the habit unless there was like magic was still like practiced in secret in certain circles.
Got a name, princess? Or should I give
Oh, so he knows he's a princess but doesn't know her actual. Okay, fine.
you one myself?
Oh, right. Calissa Valdez of
Flirty
This Is Young
question mark?
Kingdom.
That was just not at all flirty. I don't know why you winked.
That's
just like, do you want some food? Wink, wink. What?
I've got a name for you. I'm gonna call you mine. That's what a flirting would have been.
There
in that
you go.
situation.
That's a pickup line if I've ever heard one.
Exactly.
If you don't mind me asking.
Well, there's awkward silence without music.
Now that's one pause that I'm on board for entirely.
What were you doing out here in the woods? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had no intention of even meeting me in this weather, so...
He sells
Well,
ice for a
no,
living.
because he didn't know you were going to be there. Of course not.
He
Of course not. What kind
sells
of
ice for a living.
probably?
Where were you out when you knew about this frost?
I live around here. It just so happens that I bumped into you.
You live in the woods?
Yeah, I grew up living here, so I know my way about.
I see. You know, I never expected I'd meet a wielder like you out here.
And why is that?
Because all the wielders are meant to be banished.
This section is within our kingdom's territory. Knowing the history between royals and wielders, it makes it rather unlikely.
Well, like they say, you must expect the unexpected.
Speaking of unexpected, those creatures you saved me from, they're Luzelians, aren't they? What are they doing all the way out here?
What do you mean, those creatures? There was one of them.
Must have been due to this winter. They only come out when there's no light after all, despite the temperatures.
But there was light. Clearly, the ground was very well lit. Like, what are you talking about?
But near our borders? It's really questionable. Which makes me also want to ask, don't you resent me?
If I were
Imagine if he smuggled them. That was the twist. They've been smuggled across.
for another wielder.
Oh yeah, you're
then
right. I do
would've.
hate you. Go away! Get away from my fire! My fire! Oh no! She gets flung into next year.
But due to a childhood friend of mine, I had a change of mind.
Lord
Besides,
Cassius.
it all happened in
Imagine if it was actually like Prince Alios.
Yeah,
That'd be a good
that's
twist,
what I was
actually.
thinking. I was
Yeah.
joking when I said Lord Cassius.
If this were a very cliche story, the childhood friend would have been her, and she just forgot about it.
in the past. It should be about
Fair
time
enough.
that we got over it.
Ah, right. It doesn't seem like that blizzard will be dying down anytime soon.
My fire, not yours.
Yeah, we might be here for a while. You aren't in a
My
rush anywhere, are you?
precious.
Well, the entire world is in danger, so yes, kind of. I am actually.
Not exactly, but I did think perhaps I could venture again when the blizzard is low.
But if the winter was coming, why would it? It wouldn't leave until it was
wouldn't
finished,
leave.
right? Yeah.
Sounds to me you are. Well, if this mission is that important to you, then
What are you doing?
I'm authorizing you to use my firearm.
Yeah, that sword is like in the fire right now.
It's.
what,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make a joke.
I'm so sorry. It was a joke, I promise. I didn't mean it. I've got my arms up, but you can't see it. I can't show you. I have my arms up, I promise.
I won't bring up King's Weapon ever again.
I just
The
saw
visibility.
death. What just happened?
I think he blasted a hole in the cave that he sealed
And then put
himself
his thing
underwater.
back, and now it has a sheath. Like,
I
confused?
guess so. Also, Kidemi, I already made a Game of Thrones joke, of course.
yeah, he's made like 5.
Is to clear the weather?
I wouldn't say the whole weather. More like what the weather brings. Look, Cal, the
What is
blizzard
that?
now sea.
You should bring this guy with you. Like,
I wouldn't say I can blast away the rain, only the water that falls in the clouds.
So,
the redundant school of being redundant. He graduated there.
Uh-huh.
You called me Cal.
oh, pardon me.
Yeah, he told he was going to give you a name.
It's an impulse of mine.
No, I
Is
didn't.
that your childhood friend that you lost tragically?
It's an impulse of mine. I only speak in monosyllables.
In a bad way. I just suddenly it's like I've heard someone else call me that before. I just can't remember who.
Are you
no,
supposed to be the prophecy person?
No, I think these
Your
two.
real name?
I think what I said earlier is correct. Like these two, as yes, it's a very cliched story. These two would be the
Oh
childhood friends.
man, that's so boring.
Yeah, Prince Aidan would have been far more interesting. I know that this is like within like her kingdom's borders, but he could have traveled. He doesn't necessarily have to be born here.
Well, you shouldn't put too much thought to it. It's probably a coincidence. Besides, you might get a headache if you think too much.
Yeah,
Thanks
right.
for the tip.
Yeah, you dummy. You've got the brain power for this. You and your pampered royal brain.
You little
But
swank.
I guess it won't hurt if you call me Cal, though.
Okay.
Oh, and
I shall call
Okay.
you Dan, short for Aidan.
thanks for clearing the blizzard, even though you really didn't have to.
He
It's
cleared
alright.
the blizzard?
Yeah,
I thought this was supposed to be an eternal winter.
I guess he blasted away the clouds that formed it. Except he was pointing the sword directly at the camera, which is level with him and not pointing towards the sky. Eh?
My dog disagrees.
I
I don't know if you can hear her, but she disagrees.
Press X or bark for doubt.
Besides, it's one of my skills, so why not put it to use, right?
Torbeck is doubtful.
I guess that's a fair point. So, this is where we part ways, I suppose?
Guess so.
Well then, see you around, Aidan.
Watch Aidan join the stream. Hey
No.
guys, sorry I was like I was just pointing my fake sword at the sky. Clearing some blizzards for this random girl.
Yeah.
If you wanted to accompany me, you could have just asked.
This is so
Wow.
frozen, oh my god!
2
But
steps.
she won't get your new sled if she's dead. I can live with that. Alright, Anna, I'm going with you.
How did you?
Let's just say your stealth skills need some improvement.
What
just
do
say-
you what?
Let's just say, even though the movie is almost entirely silent, I myself can hear footprints in the snow. Which, bear in mind, footprints in the snow, not important. Anime sound effect reactions, those ones need to be put into the video. Those need to make it into the movie. They're important ones.
But
Yeah, yes,
why do you have the need-
KW, that's the joke. Yes.
That was what we were saying earlier. Uh-huh.
This is one of those KW go to sleep moments, isn't it?
Probably.
Always like 3 pages
well,
behind.
I thought perhaps maybe you need some assistance on your quest. Like they
Unlike with Earth's Goal, which is 3 pages ahead.
say, 2 is better than 1.
If I needed some assistance.
I guess this like talking about like sayings is probably like Aiden's major thing. I guess one of his character traits.
I wouldn't be here alone now, wouldn't I?
If you were here alone for long enough, you would have been
literally
mauled.
said you ran away.
Yeah. Also, if you could handle yourself alone, you would have been mauled to death by now. If it weren't for him, at all
Yeah,
freezing
what a
out of a
stuck-up-
blizzard. My goodness.
Aiden deserves way better than this girl because speaking of which,
Yeah, I saw the notification. I was gonna wait for a moment to like segue him in as you were talking. But
you had a bad headache, you say. Was it from thinking too much?
sure. Sure. He's not gonna get that because he
You'd get that if you were here on time.
Oh my goodness, come on in already.
I was dying in bed for an hour straight.
Did Emily did you catch the headache from Emily? Because she had on the on call
my
together.
my
and then-
mom's getting sick, and then today my voice was a bit scratchy, and then it got worse a bit earlier. So it's like, I just like took some medicine, laid down for an hour, and then I'm like, okay, I feel like I can actually get up now.
All right,
Okay.
Aiden. Well, to catch you up, we're watching Frozen, but it's live 2D.
Sort of, yeah. I did. I watched the first bit. I watched like the first 10 minutes.
Have you been
okay.
introduced? Have you been introduced to this blonde guy?
His name's Aiden.
Yes.
How dare he steal my name? How
But,
dare he?
The joke that we had so far was the fact that you weren't in you hadn't joined the stream because you were in the video in question.
Yeah,
So like a Clark Kent
I
Superman
cloned me. I cloned me, and the clone's in this.
This clone is defective, just so you know.
Yeah, it's very defective.
But I guess I do owe you one for saving me, and it wouldn't hurt to have someone along who knows just as much about this winter.
So this is fully
And could also blast away the blizzards when they come back. Why would you want to go alone if you have this guy who controls the weather? Why would you turn him away?
What do you guys think of the animation? Because I think the animation is pretty good.
Well, for live 2D, yes, but just the head turns are a little weird and also
Yeah.
too slow.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. I mentioned earlier that Light 2D is not very good at sharp movements. So when they have to be like they have to be very staccato or like very like super emotive or quick and everything else. Yeah, then it sort of like falls apart a little bit.
Guess I'm here to stay then.
But I do like how they
Also,
even
this
when it's, like,
person lip synced a whole movie. Like, dang, couldn't be me. I could not bother to do a full lip sync.
I'm more impressed by the fidgeting that all the characters do. Like they're never still in any way.
They're not just static. They just don't become
Mhm.
PNGs while the
That's
other
really
ones are
cool.
talking or moving.
Exactly.
Al, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your plan for your mission?
Oh, well, for now, I plan to go
They
into the
stopped
Luzelian
moving in the background, kept going.
territory to try
I'm
and
not
find
sure.
out why the Luzelians are involved in it.
So your plan is to go on a suicide mission.
Sounds
Yes.
about right.
Calissa, you can't just march in there without a proper objective in mind. Do you even know how these creatures are?
Do you
I'm guessing you
remember her
haven't-
stating her name?
Yeah, no, yeah, because remember, because she said Calissa Valdez, and then he started calling her Cal because it's a reflex.
okay, sorry, I don't remember that.
Better plan
Yeah,
in
yeah,
mind?
California.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, but a friend.
California girls, except it's Arendelle.
California winter.
I mean, actually, it does
Summer's
kind of
gone,
match
the
out. It
winter
kind of does.
has come.
It somewhat matches up because, like, we have Aidan here who has blonde hair and blue eyes.
We've already been talking
Yeah.
about all the similarities between Frozen and this. That was why
Although-
I said
although-
watching
winter.
Frozen when you came in.
Although she looks nothing like Anna. She no ginger.
Yeah, we know. We're not saying it's a 1-for-1. It's just
Yeah.
extremely similar.
Yeah, and also we said that she's sort of a combination of both Anna and Elsa. Because she runs away when the cold initially starts, but then again she also finds him and etc. etc.
And their bloodline is very closely related to the Luzelians.
You're this going to have
KW
no
wants to
secret-
ask me a question.
KW wants to ask you 3 questions.
Yeah, now this is gonna make sense because you haven't. they were
I
built up
haven't.
earlier.
I haven't seen Labyrinth. I think I know what you're talking about, like the movie where the baby gets kidnapped and like
Yes,
the
that
sister
one.
must go to there. I think
That
it's like
one,
an
that
80s
one.
movie.
Yes, that one.
Do you speak gibberish? All gibberish is unique, so
There's a lot of dialects.
What
Not this again. What is that?
Oh, come on, you gotta open your hip hop third eye.
Also, this is just for the audience in general. Here's a tip if you ever need to make up a fake name for something. Like, just make sure there's a good few vowels and then it makes it actually sound like a word. As long as you add a few vowels, it's like, oh, it sounds like a word.
That's true.
I don't need. Thanks, man, but I don't need help with that. I have a character who's literally named after a frying pan, but
Nice.
yeah,
Wait, is his name Fry or is his name Pan?
his name's Skrilliot.
Squilliam? From SpongeBob?
Skrilliet.
Is that okay? I
Like
mean, yeah.
it's like a fusion between Skrillex and Juliet.
Oh, dang.
Skit-
And then KW, yes, you are going crazy.
Yeah, we're all unanimous with that one.
Suicide mission, huh?
I'm staying for the long run, princess. No turning back now. Plus,
I mean, no turning back. You live a few places away in that direction. You very much could turn back.
you want to know more about this winter as well as the Luzelians, right? Then I suggest you follow my lead.
All right.
Backwards hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll follow your lead now. Cause I have to do this alone because that's what I do. I'm a good old lone wolf, strong, independent woman, and etc. etc.
I don't need no man.
I don't need nobody.
Yeah. If this were a Hollywood movie, she would be constantly like belittling every achievement that he's doing, even if he has to tag along.
It's like, hey, I could have got that blizzard out of the way.
I would love to see it next time. Cut to her like flailing her arms.
And it's like, do you need me to get rid of the blizzard? No, I could do this. Yeah, it's not working. I can do this, and it's like I don't want to freeze in a blizzard because of you, and then he just does it. It's like, see, I had it totally under control. God,
Honestly, I would love to see like a Hollywood blockbuster where the main like female character starts off as like the typical apathetic Mary Sue that you get a lot of the time nowadays, but then constantly gets humbled in almost every single scene until eventually the character arc kicks in, and she realizes it's it's okay to ask for help. And there is much more room to grow and develop and not start off perfect the whole way through.
Yeah. Sounds like a Butterverse project we would make, honestly, because like a lot of our Butterverse projects are like some sort of commentary on something, whether it be archetype or like a story, or even we just put in subversions in our stories, even if the main point isn't the subversion.
Well, I have had this idea for the Butterverse, honestly, but if Hollywood gets there first, I'm not going to complain.
Let's hope Mops McFlops gets there first.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, they were here earlier. By the way, Aidan.
Oh, nice.
Not again.
Calissa, are you all right?
Host.
For
you,
reason,
Jacob. I said you, Jacob.
Oh, I'm dead. That's fine. Yep.
He's like, they're like, who's host?
Oh.
Or a past that I don't remember happening.
Mops McFlops is still here. What a legend.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right, fair enough then.
I love your profile image.
Not today.
I love your profile image. Dang.
Actually, yeah, the profile image really just says like everything about this video, doesn't it?
Oh no, he's choking her. He's choking her. Oh no. He's trying.
Look, his hand's not fully on her neck yet. We'll give it a pass.
So careless.
Yeah, you should be less careless when touching a man.
Oh no,
you don't know what could happen.
I was gonna say now it's gonna become Emerald's secret because it's gotta keep warm now.
Out of all times.
It is basically Emerald's secret. Oh God.
Yeah.
Those things. Oh no.
Hold on, we need to insert intense music.
Okay. So there were some footprints in the snow at that point. So again, clearly the sound effect was there for some of these, but it was only used in the chase scene where there was nothing else going on.
Whoa, what just happened there?
Oh no.
I don't know. KW is crazy. Look at us, it's going crazy. Not being so lazy, just going insane. KW is crazy.
Yeah.
We make that into a real song.
just that one soundbite over and over again.
We lost them.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think so, bud.
The eyes of the forest are looking upon you.
They're behind you.
Dramatic irony.
Well, I guess they're gone. Nope. Yeah. Now we have actual demons.
I think they're the ones that Aidan mentioned. I think it was that Aidan mentioned earlier that were like related to the to the I forgot what the creatures were. The Zora something. The Zoroarks.
Like some vulnerable prey.
The Zoroarks? Oh my god, it's Pokemon. No, but like actually it is kind of like Pokemon because Zoroark had a new form in one of the newer Pokemon games, and guess where that was found? In a snowy forest.
Ah, okay then.
Yeah, but also when you said it, Aidan mentioned, it was like I didn't mention that, and I was like, oh.
I will write it as a fully fledged song that gets 10 likes. How many likes has it got so far? How many likes does the stream have? I haven't been checking.
I bet we bought it. I bet we put a bunch of spots in here.
Just hang in there, Calissa.
You can't fight here, demons.
No, well, he can blast away the weather with one strike from a sword. He can disintegrate them if he wants to.
It's a wielder we're dealing with. This will be so much fun.
Back off! Don't you dare come closer!
Don't make me use my other hand or my sword.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's using his other hand to keep Carissa leaning on him.
And just drop her. I'm sure she'll understand that if he drops her for a moment while he fights
If
off
you
the
drop her in the snow, there's a risk of her getting hypothermia for a bit, if depending on how long the fight lasts, and you're not behind, and you're not in front of her. Therefore, if they
Give
go
her
for her
your
and
cape
kill
or
her,
your coat.
This guy can eviscerate them in a second if he wants to with a sword strike. You didn't see what it looked like earlier, but the blast
Really?
that just the blast that like destroyed like the clouds. He got rid of an entire blizzard with one laser strike, and it was a gigantic laser at that.
Yeah, he pointed his sword right at the camera, and we both got very scared.
oh no.
Is that all you've got?
I don't think
Yeah,
he has much power over them.
Wow, you
You're
you
really
show us a
holding
point.
back, man. You're just playing with your food.
You got a point blank and still missed.
Enough.
Oh, all right. You know what? A great introduction so far for this one character being perched up in a tree observing. That's one of the cliches that I do ironically love.
I love this.
Sorry,
I love this one
boys, up
too.
there with me.
Why could you need both for yourself?
Oh, their eyes changed. That was cool. Can we go back and see that
Yes.
again? Her eyes changed.
It's a long video. It's going to rewind a lot more than you think
No.
it's on restream.
Oh
Would you
man.
like to see
Well,
why?
her eyes
I'm
changed.
sure we'll
Cool.
see those eyes again.
Doubt it.
What's
I'm
next to
happy
doubt?
to show-
Never mind.
I told you.
I'm like the king in my chair. I was wrong.
This time.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. But Calissa,
She'll need rest. So follow
Yeah,
me.
she keeps
and
electrocuting
be
herself.
careful. We don't want you causing any more commotion.
thanks for saying.
This really is Emerald's
Do
secret.
anything. It's your beast that started chasing after him.
If there was a cave, it would have been like Emerald's secret again. Watch you in the forest, Aidan.
Oh, God, you keep saying that, and like I keep thinking it's me. Well, I did nothing in the Oh wait, wrong Aidan. Wrong Aidan.
Ow.
There are two of us here.
Yeah.
I am now Adam for the stream now. I was like, call me Adam. Oh my God, guys,
Adam
what's
the
going
best.
on here? Who are they? Are they associated with Helen or something? Because they kind of look emo. They look like they'd be associated with Helen.
Wait, are we getting into character?
I guess we kind of are. Fair enough, I suppose. And yeah, if you like squint a little, I guess you could kind of see.
Oh, wait
I'd
a
have
second.
I'd have to have like 3 more brownies before I thought that was Helen, honestly.
Maybe that's like a child of Hades as well.
Adam? Adam, what are you doing on this live stream? I thought you were in bed studying.
Listen, Mom. Mom, listen. Go back to bed. Go back to bed, Mom.
Are you the new Ava?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been announced.
All right.
I'm
Just
like, now's
checking.
my time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to the
It's
video.
like, get out of here, Mom. I'm 200 years old. I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah. I don't need you anymore, Mom. God.
Did you have any idea what you tried to do? You know how limited your powers are. You could have gone out of control.
Yeah, okay, so
No, amulet.
next time I have somebody who's almost dying, I'll remember to contain myself in combat situations in an emergency. Yeah, that makes sense.
I know.
I just want to let everyone know that when Josh was laughing, he was joking.
He was joking about
So he
laughing.
wasn't actually
Okay.
joking. He wasn't joking. I mean, he wasn't laughing. Dang.
I don't
Oh
know.
well.
Could we have the fallen angels react to fallen angel like with Maestro Cadrat into Lion Gates?
Actually,
but
that
yeah.
would work.
Wait, okay, yeah, wait. We can actually do this even easier. We can make PNG tubers of ourselves, put ourselves like on the background of the gacha, like the image. You know, like the background that everyone uses for like the reaction, like the TV.
Yeah.
We could put PNG tubers on there of us like reacting, so we can have like our voices going on at the same time, as well as I can probably mask it so that it actually looks like it's properly it's properly on the TV itself. Yeah. 100% we can do that.
What else was I supposed to do? I couldn't do anything else to defend myself, otherwise Calissa would be vulnerable. And how much more if you didn't?
She was
do the same?
already vulnerable.
More,
You did nothing to stop that.
more so than dying of hypothermia, I guess. Yeah.
Us?
Fair points, but still, remember your limits.
Only when necessary. Speaking of which,
That was necessary.
Oh.
What
Oh,
are you
no.
talking about?
Oh no, I rewound by accident.
Okay. Oh.
I guess we can see the eyes now.
You win.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't rewind at the right point.
No. There we go. Oh no.
No, we're here.
no.
We're here. We're here.
Now we're back. Don't touch anything.
No!
I was out hunting, and I heard some cackling. It didn't take long for me to sense your aura, so I came to your rescue.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's a
Calissa,
shining, you see.
Isn't she your...
Yeah, she is.
She's my
Yeah,
princess.
we've all worked it out by this point.
Still susceptible.
She's my best friend.
To the spell I gave her a few years ago, but the memories.
Oh wait,
come-
no way,
Amnesia.
no way. A
Amnesia.
spell inflicted on the princess during childhood, so she doesn't remember a traumatic incident.
Oh my god!
My treat.
No, Frozen.
Oh.
Frozen.
It's Frozen!
No, it's also My Street. Remember? Kid experiments.
Okay, but yes,
treat.
but like,
It is Frozen.
Literally, why?
okay.
Come back.
Oh
when
my
I'm in
God.
conflict Or do something that triggers it. That's why she turned out like that.
So, why are you two together then? Weren't you supposed to be away from her?
True,
Mm.
but
You did not do a good job.
Yeah.
I was sent on a mission by her father.
I want you to bring someone in for me.
Oh, not
Oh!
all right. Okay, a decent twist.
That's a nice twist.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the princess herself, but all right. I love being wrong in these.
Oh,
That was a really
Checking
nice
it.
twist.
Yeah.
Your Highness.
That was refreshing. I feel hopeful for this gacha again.
Yeah. Like there was an actual plan for it as well.
I mean, I would
Yeah,
hope there's some
okay.
level of planning. I mean, it's a movie. It doesn't require more
yeah.
planning than.
And his voice
Famous last
and
words.
his voice actor, so it had to be scripted, but you know, even so.
Son,
But, sir,
I know
he's-
what he is, but
He's a
he's
daemon.
well trusted. So, bring him here after you finish your task.
Oh wait, it's not a generic paper. It actually has writing on it, but I doubt we can zoom in on it.
I think that's
Restream go burr.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's blurry writing. You get to see it, you saw it up close beforehand.
Yes, your-
Actually, no, maybe
It's a
maybe it's shrunken down because of I guess in Live 2D you can just like import that.
Your
Yeah.
Highness. Guards, let's move. I have done as you commanded, sire. Here is Aidan Wilkerson.
It is a pleasure to serve His Majesty.
Is that your
The
cover name,
pleasure is
Aiden?
all
Yes.
Aiden's
Mhm.
cover name is Aidan with an E.
Exactly. I just spelled slightly different. No, well, it's
is-
Aiden with an E and Aiden with a Y. It's
I checked.
AYDEN.
I checked. Yeah, I checked in
Oh.
the Google Doc. It does come up as Aidan with an E and an I.
No, that's the
Yeah.
fake name. Listen, okay, I technically used the Irish spelling where the name
Exactly,
originated from.
exactly. It's the fake name, so
It's
that's
the-
why it's your
I
cover.
used the original spelling. How dare they misspell it? How dare they? I'm offended.
You wouldn't know anything about misspelling, would you, Aiden?
I spell everything perfectly. What do you mean? You see my scripts? Aren't they elegantly
Oh
spoken?
yeah, I've seen your scripts and all your Hyrulean glory that comes with it.
The full name of scripts that you're being sent are used the ones like after I've done like the rudimentary spell checking as well.
Yeah, I can tell the difference.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because like the one like when a private is in line, I capitalize and do all the other stuff.
Who needs capitalization?
On-
Me.
It does depend.
I like write script format.
Yeah, punctuation is like my main thing I go through within in Fallen Angel scripts.
mine. Thank you, Sir Everard.
Yeah.
I triggered
I'm not
KW.
spelling anymore. Oh.
You know, this is just something I would have done in the flashback. I would apply like a little filter where you make it kind of look a bit more grayscale, where it's like slightly different filter over it. But that's what I would have did.
This is
Visualize.
true. Yeah.
You are dismissed.
Punctuation is your thing, but like my thing is like colors and symbols. That's like my biggest thing for scripts. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, no,
Colors.
I have seen that. In fact, it's that I've seen a lot of people that I've done like theater stuff with will tend to like highlight their own characters' names in their own characters' lines in a script and such. I never did that because a lot of the time lines will get cut or the scripts will have to be altered or something like that. So I just decided like, okay, I'm not going to put highlights or something over this. That's going to get confusing. But yeah, like it's a common practice at least for one person. So color coding them that way, that's fair. However, because in Google Docs, what I do to look for lines is I do Control F, I search up the name of the character colon, and then I go from there. Unless I've got two characters. When I do like stuff like Taylor and Monty, because they're like mostly together, I'll just go in order. But yeah.
You may rise, Aidan. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Indeed, Your Highness.
But
How
I'm
did they
sure
do
you
that?
haven't forgotten
Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, I was confused for a second.
about my daughter yet, have you?
By no means.
Well, Aidan, I have a task for you, if you are willing, of course.
Of course, Your Highness. I'm at your service.
As futile as this may seem, Calissa ran away to try and stop this winter due to a certain prophecy, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Now.
Oh, so he knew about the prophecy already?
I thought the wielders were banned.
Yeah, I guess these were the mercenary wielders.
I want you.
The narc wielders.
They were found out at some point in the past. They were granted political amnesty by by this guy's ancestors. I don't place for the characters talking and actions, but we'll put them together confuses me when writing it, for me at least.
See, when there's actions and when it depends for me. Like if there's like a big scene where there's like lots of stuff going on without any dialogue, then I'll put it in a big like blurb. But if like a character is doing something or transitioning from one line to the next via an action, then I would put it in the same blurb.
Yeah, for that technically, what the standard format of script writing does involve, different like tab spacing for dialogue versus actions, and there's like all these specific things that they like teach you and whatever. Unfortunately, by the time that I started learning those, I already developed a style in the Times of the Mutant Girl. But I feel like the italic stage directions and the character name, colon, etc. I feel like that's...
I like putting parentheses for stage directions,
Yeah,
personally. I feel like it makes it slightly more clear.
My point is that as long as people understand like, this thing here is stage directions, this thing here is the dialogue for the character. As long as people can work out what's happening in the script and what they're supposed to do, the formats can vary a little bit.
You to go after my daughter and keep her safe. You are to accompany her without revealing who you were to her, or that I was the one who sent you. Also, while diverting her from the danger she runs to.
So if you mention a childhood friend for no apparent reason, make sure she doesn't think that it was her, like by calling her Cal or something like that. That might make her very suspicious. Then again, she's an idiot, so maybe she won't notice.
It'd be funny if you actually said call her daughter an idiot. It'd be like, wow.
Well, I do appreciate that the king is actually like supporting her in this journey instead of like
being like
having this guy be a bounty hunter to get her back. He's like saying accompany her.
Yeah.
So he has hope for her.
I guess he realized that he can't stop her now.
I mean, if people want to do something, they're gonna set their mind to do it no matter what. So you might as well try to support them in what they do rather than, leave them on their own because then they get more hurt.
I would say it does depend on the actual thing, whether or not they should not be discouraged from it.
Wedding?
I guess, but like in general, people are difficult and people are stubborn, so
I'm going to commit various war crimes. Like that, for example, discourage the person.
Yeah. Be like, you will go to jail.
Yeah.
Prior, we decided that she
Torbeck
is to be
is
married
concerned.
with Prince Ilios of the Kyrith Kingdom.
Torbeck has nothing to fear.
Wait, Kyrus?
Scared
The
from
Kyrus
that.
Kingdom? Oh my god. I didn't know this was connected to Zelda. Kidding.
Yeah.
But, as I've mentioned, this great winter has come upon us, and due to her fleeing from the palace...
All right, we got Aidan, we got KW. Jacob, where's us?
Where are you?
Where are we?
I don't
Where
know.
are you?
And I'm so sorry.
We're not in yeah, we're not like even halfway through this video yet, so yeah,
I'm sure we'll show up
we
later.
can still appear. I'm probably going to stream until like it roughly seems to hit the halfway mark, and then I'll say, yeah, we'll do part 2.
Or ideally when a point of the movie where it's like, okay, this is a good breaking point.
Yeah, I say roughly because like obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, halfway mark's done, end of the scene.
It'd just be middle of the scene. It's like, oh, well, I guess technically the halfway mark. I mean, yeah, they're in the middle of the action scene and one's about to be stabbed, but next stream.
I guess Karis defeated her father and took over the kingdom, and amended it again. Gibberish anagrams. Named
Gibberish, yep.
named it after herself.
Well, you know, the next part of the Zelda movie hasn't came out, so who knows what happens? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
I see.
So, have I made myself clear, Aidan?
Actually, wait, no, it's the Kingdom of Skier, or something like that. So that's the
Kingdom of Skyrim.
I'd just be an anagram of Iris, but yes, sure, we'll go with that.
Crystal, I will make sure the princess doesn't fall into any risks.
Yeah, like freezing to death.
Yes.
So,
Or getting chased by these monsters.
Or fighting demons.
None of those, yeah.
Man, he really sucks at his job.
To Vampire Valley isn't a fatal risk.
We were fleeing from Luzelians, and Vampire Valley was the closest kingdom to the spot we were in.
I think that's jumping out of the fire into the frying pan. I don't think you're much better off.
We'll see.
Plus, I did plan to bring her to you eventually.
Right.
Yeah, she needs Helen Mort to defend her.
Yeah, I'm with her. I'm with
Why
her.
her specifically?
Does she know about you being a wielder?
Hospitality, probably.
Yep. Fairly expected of someone like her.
Well, you used your magic in front of her. What do you mean?
This man literally said, I could sense your aura and knew you were a royal without talking to you even once or knowing what your name was. And you thought, oh yeah, she must be so smart to figure out that I have magical powers.
She's a smart cookie, guys. She's the most intelligent main protagonist we have ever seen. Like, she's only like, I mean, I think she's topping Adam in intelligence. I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Comes pretty close.
Everything is proceeding exactly as I had foreseen it. But master, it literally just happened. Yes, and I foresaw it just happening. I knew you were going to say that, Lord Vader.
What are you going to do if she finds out about the whole...
Well, maybe not talk about it in front of her unconscious, just in case she wakes up.
I said, what are we going to do if she finds out?
Do you hear me?
She's like whacking her with a pillow. I said.
Her father.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
I missed whatever the line was supposed to be the revelation for. I don't know what.
KW, no, he's got black hair. Definitely.
No, he's actually gray hair.
No,
he's got black hair.
He's only half vampire, so he doesn't manifest.
As well as trying to.
And also, KW, that's what blonde looks like. I know I need to tell you that because of Link, but like that's what actually blonde looks like. I know this is gonna be shocking. Like, listen, what is even Link's hair color? It's like a pale grayish yellow. Like, that's not even close to blonde. I mean, I guess it's yellow.
Link is getting up there in years, okay? He's on the Force Awakens in 1986, old school.
Minimize triggering her memories.
Then stop calling her Cal and mention your childhood friend, then.
Oh, yeah, you know that friend I had when I was a child? Like, yeah, that friend. Oh, yeah, that friend. She looks like you. No relation, though.
Yeah. And yes, I was going to say the different shades of blondes, but yes, and they're very much so.
But it didn't look blonde. It looked gray. Really gray. It looked like blonde people going gray.
And yep, I'm sure you've made enough contact for her to pass out like this.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay. Remember what happened. The whole like when they touch each other, like the sparks happen, and that's why she like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad Aidan and I
got concerned. I was like, wait, what did she think he did to her? No,
like,
that's illegal.
There weren't many roads we could go down.
That's illegal.
Mm-hmm. Because every time we touch, I lose my conscience.
You know, that girl didn't want the tea, but got the tea anyways.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Because every time we touch, my iron deficiency kicks in.
I need
Glad
to
to
eat some
see you
food
back,
or else
Aidan.
I will die.
You too, Lee.
Are these supplements full of iron?
Lightning sparks will fly.
Cal, you're finally awake.
Check the expire by.
How long was I out for?
A couple of hours at least.
I see.
California, do you know who I am? Don't touch her! Stop trying to touch her! Every time you do it, she passes out!
He's like, I'm glad to see you're okay.
Dang it, not again.
Another 4 hours later.
Take it easy.
He just starts wearing oven
You need to be
mitts
well
around her.
Conceal, don't feel. It's still frozen.
That if you want to continue on.
Right. So, where are we?
We're in my friend's house.
What is that
She's a
picture
vampire.
on the wall? Oh,
You're awake.
Oh,
there's
don't be
the picture.
Oh, that's a picture of this lady here, but she's a vampire. She doesn't show up in photographs, so it's just the background.
They didn't. No, they just drew a picture of her.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, that looks kinda
they
strong.
poorly sketched her in. Be like, this kind of looks like her.
Which, by the way, I'm not sure if they did this joke in Hotel Transylvania, but that would have been a really funny joke in Hotel Transylvania if we just saw Dracula going through a bunch of photographs of Mavis when she was growing up, but she just doesn't show up in any of them.
That kind of was a joke for the second movie.
Okay.
Like they
Okay.
started taking pictures at the wedding, and when it was all like the family photos, like everyone showed up except for except for Dracula and Mavis.
Wait, question:
Yeah,
would
okay.
the sun pop up if he was in a photograph? Because he's only technically a half vampire.
He's transparent.
He's got like
He's partially see-through.
Exactly.
And everyone when they see the photo is like, "Oh man, do you live with a ghost?" It's like, no, that's just my son.
Although, actually, technically, I do live with ghosts. I live in the hotel. But yeah. And don't forget, I'm following older version of Legend of Zelda, not Breath of the Wild. Was Breath of the Wild what made his hair blonder?
Are they that old? Are they that old? I don't think they're that old, KW. I think they're like maybe mid-20s, or like early 30s. I don't think they're like 70 or like 50 something.
I think Link's supposed to be a child, right? Most versions, or like
Depends on the
oh
reincarnation.
no, another child.
No, wait, not
protagonist.
reincarnation. I
Let's
forgot.
try.
No, wait, pseudo reincarnation.
okay,
God,
fine.
Zelda lore is weird. He's like,
No.
apparently Link doesn't reincarnate, but the soul of the hero reincarnates. But each
And they
Link
all
is a
happen to
different
look remote. They look
Yes.
mostly similar to each other.
Yes, each Link is the same Link, but apparently all Zeldas are descendants of each other, not reincarnations. They're all
Oh,
just
like-
descendants,
like
and I'm
Pokemon.
so confused. Why is it two different concepts for both of them? I thought they were both
I
cursed.
am
I'm confused. Why?
I tell you what, it's just every single daughter in the family line is called Zelda by obligation.
Yeah, pretty much. Even if it's a boy, it's like, you're still Zelda. It's just like, oh boy, you're Zelda now. It's like, okay, wear this wig
Wait,
and stuff. You're
it's
now
like-
a girl because we need a Princess
All
Zelda.
the sons that were birthed.
That would be
they're all trans.
that'd be like an amazing twist if it turned out like one of the Princess Zeldas just happened to be like a prince in disguise the whole time, but it's had to constantly maintain the ruse like, oh yes, the hero of time is here.
Oh, hello! I'm so glad you're here. Oh, I'm here to give you a kiss on the cheek. Mwah. Yeah, no homo. Wait, but you're a girl. I mean, yes, homo. I mean, no homo because I'm a girl. Ho ho! I'm gonna go to my corners and undress because I'm a woman and you can't see me and you look nothing and I'm nothing related to your parts. Ho ho!
Just like he starts like walking to the wrong changing room, realizes it's something, like pivots around again, just pretends it didn't happen, just like dun 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 dun.
Stop retracting music. I'm off to go change.
It is me, Ganon. I have come to challenge the Princess Zelda. Who's that? Oh, it's me! Yes! I accept your challenge, Ganon. I love the idea that like Zelda's family tree is like Nurse Joy's family portrait.
Yeah,
They all look the same.
Like it's like Pokemon.
There's my great aunt Zelda, next to my grandmother Zelda, my grandfather Zelda, my uncle Zelda, my cousin Zelda, and Zelda.
And there's also Zelda. Oh, there's my cousin Zelda. We hate her. She's
Did we mention
totally
Zelda, though?
a jerk.
By the way, I've another question about this. You know how in some Zelda games you can like name the hero? What happens if you name the hero Zelda?
Oh, Zelda, you came to save me. Anything for you, Zelda.
Zelda, what a nice ring to it. Like the pre-generated text.
Unintentionally turns the real Zelda into a narcissist.
Zelda,
you're so handsome.
Oh, Zelda, you're so handsome. Your name is so amazing. Where'd you pick it? Oh my god, you're so great, Zelda.
Where'd you pick your name?
The character select screen, of course. Where else?
You know, I just heard this name and I thought it was so amazing, so I decided to pick it. Oh man, if I could choose my name, I would choose that name too. It's so amazing.
That should be a sketch, honestly. just edit out the text in like in whichever Zelda game it happens to be, and just like put the same font back over it. Oh, okay. All right.
Apparently, they're meant to be different people.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about like
yeah,
the chat now.
KW. Apparently, listen, someone did
Okay.
a Zelda lore video where it was they like, dang,
I
I
will
don't.
say, if they are meant to be different people and the soul reincarnates in different bodies, I'm impressed that no one has screamed about the lack of diversity in the hero reincarnation bodies.
I'll say.
I'm impressed that no one
Only
has
have
said
a
anything
type.
about that yet.
I mean, to be fair, Hyruleans are their own race.
The soul has a type.
You mean Hyrulons?
Yes, I forgot the Hyrulons, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And the dark Hyrulons as well.
Well, yeah. Well,
They are important.
I mean, they're white too.
They're pale. They're so white. They have white hair.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll leave that up to people who wish to debate that.
The friend I mentioned, and she too is willing to help you on your mission.
Isn't she a vampire? Is she gonna suck my blood?
Probably not.
I
Wait,
think she's gonna
hold
suck my
on.
blood.
Hold on. I've got another question about this. Sorry, there's different links that no blood relations. So it just
How's the
so
royal family work?
Exactly. Every single royal family line, there's always like a new dynasty that emerges, and there's always a Zelda. Like in a moment.
So every time a Zelda dies, a new dynasty rises up to be the thing. So it's not even a dynasty. It's like, oh yeah, my child's blonde and their name's Zelda. Therefore, they're the new ruler of Hyrule, even though they're a baby.
And whatever deity rules over Hyrule, just like always like inserts like the name Zelda into the minds of the parents. Like, oh, what a precious baby! We're gonna call her Zelda.
And they're like, oh wait, where'd that come from? I thought we were gonna name her child Zelda. No, I'm pretty sure it was Zelda. I guess it's Zelda now. Zelda.
Either that or it works like, or it's like the line is like dubbed over or something. So it's just like, oh yes, we're gonna be our little baby Zelda.
Oh,
look at our baby Zelda. She's beautiful.
Look at our adorable child. I think we'll call her Zelda.
We totally read the Bible.
Chapter 1.
In the beginning, there was Zelda. There will always be Zelda.
And there was only Zelda. Zelda is the one true savior. Zelda.
Dude,
we love Zelda.
Believe what happened last. I was hitting up at Brittany's house, and we totally Zelda.
On the flip side, there's like several like Hylian families that will just like name their sons Link in hopes that one of them gets picked as the hero.
But they always get dubbed over as like, "This is my child, Marcus. We love Marcus."
Okay.
Oh, look at Todd. He's amazing.
Back to the video, I think.
Their birth certificate just has a Sharpie crossed out through it, and it says the name on it.
No, you start writing a different name, and then your hand starts wrist starts contorting, and just like slowly going.
And they're like, "Oh, I guess it's official now."
Let's see. What's your child name? Zelda. Yes, very nice name. Ah, dang it. Okay. Princess Link. That raises even more questions. I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, we've already gone so far down this rabbit hole. I think we need to continue the video.
It's actually just Link with Zelda's tiara on. Princess Link.
You should make this a bit, Vaughn.
This whole Zelda discussion should be like one full video of like animated gacha review moments.
Vivian, nice to meet you, Your Highness.
And just saying for the video, if you do it, you should have like a black text box up here over their mouth with the actual with the fake wrong
sorry,
name.
Sir, but I don't take requests.
Oh
Listen,
man,
I will make the take requests. I don't even know what that means, but you'll have to take all the requests.
I will request that you take requests.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I request.
In that case.
Oh, Twilight Princess. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Not Twilight Princess Link. Twilight Princess, comma Link. Okay, got it.
Yeah, okay. That's very different. That comma changed the whole sentence.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty common headcanon that niggas neither not a cis male or not straight. Irrelevant to what we were saying about the names earlier.
You can call me Callista.
By the way, this character's name is Vivian. I'm guessing that I don't know if that was like deliberately or not, but like Vivian kind of reminds me of like what is the live in Latin, Aidan?
I forget. It's been a while.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure like it comes from that same family. Because like it's like
most of our language comes from partially derived from Latin.
Well, yeah,
it's derived from a language that was derived from Latin, which is like a telephone.
That's why I was trying to see, because you studied Latin. That's why I was asking you, because obviously in Spanish is to live is vivir, in French is vivre. So
baby.
Okay. Again, depending on the accent, but yes. So that's why.
Or is it like VV in S and what EV says? VV.
In a way, add an extra R at the end, and you've got it. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think it affects much. That's exactly the point. That it doesn't affect anything. That's why. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, wrong comment. It moved too quickly. Yeah, that's why it doesn't. Because it doesn't affect anything. It's irrelevant to what it was saying, because like the whole point is that people were the naming convention.
Yeah, they're just forced into the name because of destiny.
Yeah. And the reason that Princess Link was like so bizarre to me to hear was because we just talked about how like every princess is called Zelda. So suddenly having a Princess Link threw me for a loop. Yeah. Okay.
All right then, Calissa. Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, this is your place?
No, it's a stranger's place. What? I would hope it's your place.
No photos, remember?
Character Aidan is rubbing off with his redundancy.
No, it's a pleasure to serve Her Highness of the Zeusian Kingdom.
The Zuzu
Enough
Kingdom?
With the formalities, Vivian.
Zeno's kingdom now.
I heard Pazuzu, like the demon from The Exorcist.
Oh, Pazuzu! It's Pazuzu! A demon's just running the kingdom. Wow.
Yeah. No, so you just sit down with the crown placed on your head, like your head swivels around again.
Just treat me how you would treat Aidan or any other person.
All right,
Okay.
get out into the fields, you scallywag. Anyway.
Get out of here! I hate you! You suck! You're the worst person I ever met! You should go die! I'm gonna suck all your blood out now!
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
That was not where I was going with that, but
Easy.
sure.
Listen.
You'd make a great vampire.
Yeah. Actually, I have an extreme fear of blood and needles, which I'd make a terrible vampire. I'd be like, I can't bite someone! I can't eat the blood! I'll start crying.
I have nothing to
I
say.
feel like a lot of vampires are supposed to be like much smoother, more subtle creatures. They're not just be like they just like lure you in with their like enticing voices and their soothing
not
and calm
sirens.
demeanor.
Well,
And then
that's
suddenly,
glamour.
I suck your blood.
They're like sirens.
I mean, that's generally glamoring, where a vampire mind controls or manipulates someone by luring them in. Which, actually, fun fact, there was this episode in Winona Earp with vampires, and it was like everyone got glamored by them from a touch, and it was like, dang, everyone be getting glamored. And just like, and they're like, oh man, I can't wait to get the blood sucked out of me. It's like, oh my god, guys, these vampires have made you crazy. Oh, I can't wait to be turned. It's like, oh no.
That is kind of what's happened to like the general public that consumes vampire media today.
I know. It's concerning.
The actual vampire spell has transcended the literature that it originated from in the first place.
They should have stopped at the Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody will get that.
And they're also all like, oh, the vampires are so hot. Everyone finds the vampires hot. It's amazing. Just like, dang, they really glamored you hard.
Yep.
Princess, you don't want me treating you like how I would treat Aidan. He's like a spoiled child.
That I beat up.
Well, that's solid proof you are.
Hey, if anything, she's probably used to be treated like a spoiled child because it's the princess, so why not?
Despite all of what's happened.
All right,
it
I
still
gotta go
shocks
eat,
me
but
that
I
was
will be back in 5 minutes.
He has to fulfill his role.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
able to see and meet a vampire.
Well,
It's
what can
so
I say?
exciting.
Some of us are just naturally attractive.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anyways, how are you feeling as of now? No headaches whatsoever?
I'm alright, but I am pretty hungry.
Be careful now.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, Hayden just worked up a meal some time ago for when you wake up.
I'm sorry, either he just
Real
worked it up or he
blank.
worked up some time ago. That's not
I was about to say something and I completely just blanked. I was trying to say be careful now, where there's a headache there might be an anomaly, but I completely blanked. I don't know what the heck happened there.
Oh, okay.
The room. I'll go heat it up.
I guess I owe
I'll go heat it up. Summons fire again.
you a lot, huh, Aidan?
Don't mention it. Like Vivian said, it's an honor to serve the Princess of Zuzion.
But of course, you can do this completely on your own. If otherwise, you wouldn't be out there in on this quest by yourself.
You guys are just
Maybe
too
this is
much.
the stand-in for Oaken's trading post in Sauna. They just take a break before they go again.
Or this is just like D&D where they just do long rest.
Long rest
really
heals
should
all.
Eat something. Wow, I did not know you were a great cook, Aidan. This is delicious.
Of course, you just, as far as you're concerned, you just met him. Of course, you didn't know he was a great cook.
I mean,
As far as you know, he could be a champion juggler. Like, what? What do you know about this man?
good food only comes with good appetite.
Maybe, but appetite or not, I'm
Stop
pretty sure I'd like
winking,
this
sir. Red
It's-
flag.
It's live 2D. It's live 2D, and I shall wink if I desire.
way. Perhaps I should hire you as my personal chef after this is over.
Do you not like your current personal chef? They're gonna be disappointed about this.
So, Calissa, I assume you have regained your strength back after the meal you've eaten?
Wow, keen to get rid of her already? They're having an actual character moment here. We need this in the
Don't
video.
let her go already. She's gonna have
Yeah.
a stitch when she goes.
I think so. Why do you ask?
Because I want you out of my house.
It took me a second to realize what you said meant by Stitch, and I was just thinking in my head like blue alien.
Oh, like a cramp.
Yeah, it's like, what's this in my pocket? Oh, Hananon's family. Oh, where'd this come from? Where?
Ohana
No, the monster.
family.
No, the monster. Yeah, get away.
So about your plan into entering the Luzelians' territory. So
Stitch has been abandoned.
We'll go back inside and get a freeze out here.
While you were unconscious, and we decided that we could help you to improvise.
Alright, so what's the improvised plan?
That's not what improv. The plan is to improvise. If you're thinking about it that way.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, improvise.
The improvised plan.
Are we in Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore right now? The plan is to be as random as possible, but I'll describe most of the details in this moment right now, which Grindelwald can clearly not see happening, even though I just clarified he can see the future. Of course.
Vivian?
Yes, another important sound effect.
Yeah.
I don't usually inform people I've recently met about this secret, but in this case, it's exceptional. You see, I'm...
As I am, you are, we are.
I'll get it.
You stay here. It could be risky to let other vampires or any other unknown beings know you're here. Or even the princess, for that matter. It could blow away the cover I gave you both.
We love the taste of blue blood.
Right. Sorry.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I, came to bring you some food, in case you didn't get any during the...
I got plenty. Thanks for your concern.
Ah, I see.
Okay,
If that's
goodbye.
all you came for, might as well go. I don't need anything from you.
Vivian, wait.
I was hoping, if you were free, we could maybe go see a play. I guess that's time period appropriate.
Date started off so well.
Except it didn't.
The date didn't start at all.
She wanted no more, and then she slammed the door in my face. Apathetic from what I could tell. I brought her food. How could she turn me out in such a way?
You still resent me, don't you?
What do you think?
Vivian, you know that I would have done anything if I knew. You know that if I could change back time, I wouldn't have left.
But you can't. And I'm sure
If
you
I
at
could
least had a
turn
thought
back
that you wouldn't
time.
make it by then.
To the good
But you
old
still
days.
left without even
Okay, different songs, but equally valid. Yeah.
saying goodbye.
I like the fact that we're not having this be spelled out to us as well. Because too many times in gachas have I seen where the exposition scene will be like this, and then you won't have like any mystery as to these characters' history, which we'll find out at some other
Be
point.
careful where you're pausing. The conversation hasn't ended yet.
Oh yeah. Say, who was that guy? Why do you hate him so much? Well, let me tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Oh no. This happens a lot in gacha review as well. I give a compliment and I immediately have it spat back in my face.
Despite having that thought, I believe that they would have stayed a little longer by then.
You know they weren't strong enough to wait that
Whoa.
long. You just left them to die.
Yeah, again, this is supposed to be angry and intense, but yeah, voice like never allows that for some reason.
Hold on, I
had
got
to
you.
leave. I had to take the risk so I could try and restore them.
And did it restore them? No, it didn't. Xavier, their dying wish was to just see the both of us one last time.
Xavier, the dying wish. Like, this is not how you sound like you would be angry.
And you couldn't even give them that.
Vian,
Don't call me that like we're close. We've drifted apart long ago.
I'm sorry, but just know I'll always be here for you.
You should potato.
I think I'm the one you should be apologizing to.
Just goes to the graves. I'm sorry. You're forgiven.
Who was it?
Nobody important.
Ah, I see.
He knows. He definitely knows.
So, Vivian, what were you saying earlier?
Right.
Oh, they cleared the table. That's nice of them.
As I was saying, I'm not a full vampire. I'm half witch as well. So, using a spell, I covered this house so creatures wouldn't be attracted to your scent.
Whoa. I see. But wow, I'm speechless.
Yeah, I don't actually drink blood. I drink the color red. That's why you can see the behind you. That's my spare food for later.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool, but I don't like talking about it much.
Oh, alright, sorry. But may I ask, how does you telling me this help in improvising the plan?
You just asked a question. Not everything's about you.
Well, I thought maybe perhaps using the spells V is capable of, we could go around in secret with some sort of aura protection barrier. That way we won't have as
You
much
mean like
trouble
one
with...
that can block you from a stupid blizzard?
Potentially. Honestly, you could just like point your sword at the ground. There's someone that laser use like a pogo stick to vault across the country.
creatures lurking about, including Zillions. So that's settled then. Cal? Something wrong?
I don't exactly know how to use a weapon.
Stop calling
I
her
want to
Cal. This is not helping.
Yeah.
learn how to use one.
Never
so you guys
call
won't
me
have
Dookie.
to worry about protecting.
Don't call me Viu.
Huh. Well, today's your lucky day, because Aidan here is an expert with swords. He would gladly teach you.
Ah, yes. Good old training montage. Time is not of the essence right now.
You sure you're alright with it, Aidan? I wouldn't want to be a bother.
No, not at all. It's all right.
Darn you,
Don't worry
people
about it.
pleasers!
Yeah.
Now that V's out hunting, what do you think of her place?
It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, the book is actually clip art, unlike mine back at home.
It's
Well, I
definitely
mean, if they
a
used
lot
the
more
same
than
one.
I don't think they did.
what I expected her place to be.
No, but like if
But-
that one was if this was the only clip art prop they had available to them, then they used the same one. I don't think that would be very professional.
Yeah, definitely. Although speaking of that, I just realized that the fire in the corner there is actually not moving, unlike the one in the cave.
Then again,
Bert.
she is a witch, so...
Oh, the bookshelf must be a
Anyway.
part of the background.
All right.
Anyways, I don't want to butt into Vivian's business or anything, but seeing her outgoing personality, she seemed to resent that certain vampire earlier. I can't help but ask, why?
Here we
What makes you
go.
think that I'd know.
Why do you say anything?
I try and be positive when I can in these reviews.
Stop complimenting.
Well, since you two seem to be close, I thought maybe you might have known. So,
Again, with the revving engine before they start walking.
is he an enemy of hers or something?
I do like her, like trotting along a bit before she actually gets to
I
him.
guess you could put it that way. Vivian and that certain vampire didn't exactly have a good past, so she doesn't like to interact with him much.
He still brings her food though, which she didn't actually take. Whatever.
Ah, I see.
Well, I think he's trying to make amends,
Yeah.
and she's just
By the
refusing.
way, your powers. Is controlling what the weather brings your only ability?
Well, it's my main skill at least, if you know what I mean. I'm able to do some simple ones connected to the elements, as well as merge a bit with other wielders, but no.
What element is sparkles?
The ones you see in the FAFSA edits.
Water, earth, fire, air, sparkles.
Nothing beyond that.
Are all wielders the same regarding this?
Not exactly. There's a variety of abilities each wielder possesses, and not all have a particular main skill, but each of us inherit portions of the first's magic.
Wait a second.
Speaking of Aidan, this really does feel like Fallen Angels, but early Fallen Angels, like season 1 when
If
the
she's
person
a
was still...
vampire and they can't take any pictures of her, then why is there a picture of her on the wall behind them? What is
Okay,
going on?
that was my joke about vampires. I guess in this lore they can show up in photos, or that's a portrait, one or the other.
Meaning one having other powers that the first did not possess isn't a wielder.
So that's how it is, huh? I see. I know I've already said this, but I really appreciate you helping me. I couldn't have progressed without you.
You got that
Yeah,
right, sister.
well, you do remind me of an old friend I made when I was
Oh
younger.
my god!
Shut
up!
What is wrong with this man?
And helping you would be like helping her.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to her?
She
about
became a
who is-
princess. I mean, she didn't become. She became a duchess. That's what I meant to say. That's right. Duchess Calliope,
Kalia Patronus.
which is why, yeah, of the kingdom of Calliope Patronus, Calliope of Calliope Patronus. That's the dukedom. And I called her Cal as a nickname, which is why I called you Cal as a reflex. Yeah, that'll make sense. You'll believe that, won't you?
Well, she's dumb.
Yeah.
She and I drifted apart and basically lost all means of communication.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. You're good. I just haven't talked about her in a while. That's all.
Well, I'm glad I'm someone you can trust talking to about her.
That's because you are her.
Whoa, no!
What?
No! What a twist, everyone!
Blown!
This is a turn of
Holy cow!
events!
Who would have guessed?
Mind blown and re-exploded.
Flabbergasted. I have been bamboozled.
Ah.
How much time have we got left? I can't take much longer.
we're almost halfway through. I was gonna say maybe after we leave this cabin, but then again, Aidan was supposed to come back. If he doesn't come back, if the stream's over, I don't know if that's fair on him. Not really sure.
Are you sure you can train without me around to watch?
It was your idea to train, so I sincerely hope that he can.
Relax, V. You said it yourself. Vampires wouldn't be active during this time, and since the sun is out again, we shouldn't miss the opportunity.
Well,
What are you talking about? I'm a vampire and I'm extremely active right now.
She like it's like one of those scenes where they don't realize until a character says it. It's like, yeah, they're not active right now, and then her like pans to her and it like she's like burning.
Either that or like pans to her just like curled up in a ball fast asleep.
well, looking back at it, I'm starting to regret my words.
You have nothing to worry about. Plus, you have to look after your own self. You haven't slept for 2 days straight because of all of this.
I'm a vampire. I don't need sleep. I can
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
through my meals.
At least get some rest. Please.
Ew.
Fine.
No.
Only because
That
of
makes
your
me
please.
Now because of you I can't sleep because that face won't leave my head.
My only weakness, manners.
Boy, was that cute. Wait until Calissa hears about.
You better not.
What do you care?
Okay. You better go now. The Princess of Zuzian seems to be really excited to learn.
Yeah, hot take. These two have more chemistry than Calissa and Aidan do.
I swear, if she marries the prince after this,
Just goes straight back to him.
Prince Hans, I've returned.
Mm-hmm.
Far. There are still other creatures.
Oh, Anna, if only there was someone out there who would wait. We're still doing this? Oh, we're not doing that scene? My darling!
Creatures that could be lurking around.
Yes, mother. Alright, we're off then.
Imagine though he wasn't joking, that was actually his mother. Immortal vampire, she wouldn't age, so... Or half vampire, whatever. She ages slowly. I don't know how that works.
Rest well.
Alright, so what are we doing first? A cool strike pose, or complex combat, or Maybe those jump shot strikes.
Cal, there's no such thing.
You
Yeah,
almost
first
hit the sword.
first step, don't go near a sharp sword like
Do
that.
not run face first into crane kick.
Other than this quest, this is the first time I got to do something not princessy.
What was that? Why did
Almost
you flash
done.
your magic at her?
I guess he sensed the snow coming along. He had to control the weather again. Don't what? Why? No! Move back a little bit at least.
Whatever. What are you doing anyway?
Preparing the training grounds. Now, let's get started with training, shall we?
I guess that answers my question.
What will you be fighting with?
You don't have to worry about that. Now,
Magic,
first things
probably.
first.
He can make a sword out of ice.
Is that
if he wants
music?
to. You're right. That is music.
I'm so caught off guard.
Crystal 73 Santa's animations.
You
You're
brought
witnessing
the
history
music.
right now. Yeah. Thank you for bringing the music.
God bless. Oh my god, I thought that just impaled him.
There's an edit in there somewhere.
I like that it gets stuck in this. Oh my god! Why would you throw? Yeah, exactly. Why would you throw the sword? Excalibur!
That's just my view of Sword Art Online Abridged, when like Godfrey's sword flings up. It's like, you don't work as a okay, I'm leaving, but let the record show it was my choice.
Today. I'm just gonna lie down.
Mm-hmm. This we get a little bit of music in this. Yeah, something is better than nothing.
Also, with her hair tied back like that, she kind of looks like Giara. Not gonna lie.
A bit, yeah. Also, I reckon Aidan's gonna come back right as the song.
Did
Oh, no,
someone
back.
say
Yay!
Aidan?
God, you are so loud.
Did someone say Aidan?
But I did. I thought you were gonna come back right after this ended. Which, by the way, guess what we have in this video now?
Dang.
Yeah, no, actual music. Oh no, attacking with snow. Winter is coming.
I thought you were sleeping.
Well, I was eating.
I was talking to you.
The Vivian character.
Oh. Well, it's a montage. It's a montage.
With the power of the main tage. Okay, I like the fact that they're facing each other, rather, and also a very good idea to have the shadow so we don't see the character not back facing. That's actually a very genius idea that I'm definitely going to steal at some point. However, I got a question why they're sliding along the static backgrounds. Like, I know snow's slippery, but it's not that slippery.
Opponent. Character with stick. Fight!
Yep. You should have given her like a prop sword or something to do this.
Yeah, I know. Right?
She actually stabs her.
Yeah.
He really has no faith that she could actually stab him. So he's like, I guess roll the dice. Like, no, she could actually hurt you.
Do not worry about me. Your skills not rival me at all at this point.
My arm! My arm! Ah! What did you
do? I wasn't ready.
Tis
Let's
but a
try again.
Scratch our arms off. No, it isn't.
Like,
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
It's like, oh, we can do it again. It's like, I stabbed you. It's like, no, we can do it again. Ah, ah, ah.
Cut your legs off.
Don't bite your legs.
Why is
off.
that a really realistic looking stick?
Good question.
No, I don't like this.
Just
Aidan.
showing off now.
Oh wow.
Wow, you hit her in the face. Oh, she hit a tree. Oh god, is she hurt? She went flying.
Apparently, characters don't get hurt here.
Nah, she's not too hurt.
They just used the excuse that I'm in love the villainess did. Oh, you see, there's a barrier around us which will stop us from all getting permanently hurt. It just like Ray almost died. Ray almost died.
does the barrier also prevent you from attacking Miss Catherine? Anyway. Okay, that's one thing I say about this animation that I don't like is the fact that it's
sound
crossed into a tree. No, it's crossed into a tree, but it's like hovering over the top of her because because if in reality it would like have to wedge inside the tree. That's what masking would be for in this case. Having the wedge inside the tree. Although I do, however, really enjoy the sheer power scale of this fight. Like just how obvious it is that Aidan is on a different level entirely, rather than just being like, oh, you know, character picks up training instantly.
Jacob, did you get a DM from anyone?
I got DM from several people. They'll have to be more specific.
Nova.
Yes.
Then he sent
Four, actually.
Then he sent you the lines, probably.
He
did.
Sent
me lines. He sent me the line for
I see. Okay. Yeah. Phantom also sent me Julius, by the way.
Ooh. We get as soon as we get the guy who voices Sebastian, we can start editing that.
Yeah, because honestly, like most of the people in the remake are be like in 1 or 2 scenes. Oh wait, no, I need Terry as well.
Oh, dang! Dylan didn't instantly send you lines at this point. Like Dylan's been gone for a month.
Good question, Mops.
How much is left of this movie? Yeah, we are about at the halfway mark. Probably after this montage,
Yeah.
we're gonna like leave it off and then we'll do our part 2.
I do like the montage, so there's kind of quite a bit happening in the montage.
I like that there's swords on the book, so you know she's reading.
Also, how would they get the sun to do that? What is that?
Oh, you mean like what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
the sun hasn't done anything yet. The moon just did like the somersault.
But like, how did the creator actually make that? Because that's really cool.
My guess, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, my guess is have the rotating, keyframe it while it's rotating on its course, and then layer that below the background of the sky, lower the opacity of everything except for the clouds, maybe do some masking for that, and that way have it work like that. And of course, control the lighting levels too. Also, visual storytelling, because he's just woken up and he's going to see that she's still training, I think.
Well, that's the beauty of animation. You can do a lot more.
You can do that, Aidan. You can do that with like regular Gacha.
Well, we can a lot more clearer by that.
They're about to pick on her.
I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
It's just becoming a lightsaber now.
All right, gotta pick up my stick.
Oh.
Did she just like shoot at them? I was like, shoot.
And that's how she died. The end.
Oh, I just realized, of course, as well, because we're at the drop of the chorus again. We're at the second bass drop, and now her skills are going to be improved because that was the last time we had this duel. That's really clever.
You really should have a sword, dude, if you're going to duel with a sword at a higher skill level.
He can only afford one sword.
You're in a medieval fantasy world. How hard is it to get a sword? Everyone has a sword in medieval fantasy worlds.
Right.
Hold on. How do you do that movement? What was? I guess maybe he like vaulted off of the stick.
Yeah.
That stick is way too thin for that.
That stick would shatter.
He's very light on his feet.
Unless he's a very light man.
Yeah.
He has no muscle mass. And no weight in general.
Not bad. You dodged me once.
Not bad. You're gonna need more training, dude.
Oh. Now he's just power playing.
Yeah. Again, I'm very glad that it wasn't just a case of now that she's done all this training, now she's like at his level much faster than he attained it. We at least see that she's better, but still not good enough yet. To beat him, I mean, like good enough to survive in combat. You're gonna surprise that? Yeah, there you go.
She jumps up and stabs in the back. Dude, you clearly lost. How do you
Yeah, he's just like, oh, stay down. No, you keep going up.
Have you ever
God,
been told not to play with swords?
I would love to see like a montage of her trying to surprise attack him as it goes by his like normal day.
Dude, you brought fists to a magic fight.
What? Excuse me. Hold on there. Wait a second. Wait a second. She just telepathically ripped
She
that
pulled a Captain America.
She's supposed to not
out of
be
the
able
tree.
to.
She does not have magic.
I mean, I guess she did get enchanted with the sword, so maybe they have like a neural link. Maybe they're like.
Is this how new wielders are born? They just end up having to fight other wielders, and then their pals is like, well, guess what? You're one of us now. You can't banish us anymore. Haha.
Cutie mark.
Oh no.
Man, I didn't know you were like Captain America.
Oh, good
Okay,
job.
montage over.
Yeah.
Princess.
Okay. Well, yeah. Good job, Princess. You're officially the thing that your family swore to destroy, I suppose. Which
Well,
means
yeah.
that we can leave it
Like,
off.
Jacob,
now.
isn't that most families? Most families end up somehow having kids that they vowed to destroy, or that they
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Citation, please.
You don't need no citation. It's just facts.
Can you name one?
We don't need no family citations.
Yes.
We don't need no thought control. Let's go, big boy.
Okay, so first half review. It was interesting. I mean, I somewhat enjoy it. I mean, it's flawed, but you know, it's cool. Although I want sound effects.
Yeah.
I want sound effects. Listen, if I'm going to work 2 years on a project, which I think it was specified in the description, I want sound effects.
Yeah. Well, they do. Live 2D is always a treat to watch because like
Yeah.
it's a breath of fresh air for me because like it's a very it's a really awesome type of animation and it works very well with Gacha. However, this person seems to be maybe in the beginning of Live 2D, considering that some of their movements are very janky and also they can't exactly move the heads correctly. The delivery of the voice lines was a bit dull, which is unfortunate, and of course the lack of sounds and music was odd. But the story had actually a few parts in it that actually pleasantly surprised me, like with Aidan working for the king. Like that was a pleasant surprise, and the montage looked good. Like this was actually not bad.
Yeah, but like what I think about like the Live 2D being stiff in the beginning is my theory is because like again the creator stated that it took 2 years to make this project, so most likely they were semi new to Live 2D when they first started making it. But as the project went along, they got slightly better at animation. So as the series goes on, we're gonna get to see slightly more expression and slightly more movement.
That's assuming that everything was done in chronological order, though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, with a movie, somebody's doing in chronological order, sometimes out of chronological order.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I think that scene from the Zelda movie that Bond worked on was prepared way in advance to give more time.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, whenever I see this type of gacha, I think about the almost dichotomy that that manifested back in the day, which was that there's like gacha videos would either have I guess it was not really dichotomy, it's a trichotomy, I think is the word. If it's not a word, I'm calling it now. Trichotomy. So it's either they have like a great story but not so good visuals, fantastic visuals but not great story, or neither one. And that's why when I saw this one that had like that I knew was going to have great visuals, I was like, okay, if there's any area it's going to fall down, it's going to be in the story. And to some extent, yes, because the main character's motivation makes no sense. That she's an idiot. There's Aidan also is an idiot.
Hey, that's not nice to call me that. How dare you?
With an E. Aidan with an E. He's an idiot.
Good.
Aidan, not Adam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him now.
There you go.
Adam's the best.
I guess it's in the lore now. Adam has dementia.
He's
like 200 years
200.
old. He's like 200 years old. You know, he's bordering on like 300. He's like 20 years away from 300. So you know.
Yeah.
You are 16, going on 17. Actually, I'm 300.
Like,
Yeah. So back
Yeah.
to this. One thing I haven't commented on yet is the world building. I at least really like the setting of this and the fact that they don't have all the answers just yet, because this is the kind of situation where I have questions about like the world lore and the history and like that stuff and
but the
all the
questions
different
will be answered, and it's not like they're just questions that exist and that will never
Exactly.
be answered or knowledge. It's like, oh wait, so if this is a thing, then that means that's a thing, right? No comment. It's like, okay, but wait, if this is a fact, what about this past plot point mentioned here? We're not going to elaborate on that. It's like, okay, why'd you bring it up? Because, you know, I just did. It's like, whatever. You know, it's like, that's not great writing.
Yeah. This episode definitely shows the power of a good script as well, because again, not only do we have like that twist with Aidan working for the king, but we also have just I guess how everything blends in, and the fact that all these customized backgrounds had to be made, and that the winter itself had to show up. Like, clearly, I can see where the project started off being attempted like be a magnum opus, and eventually, as time went by, corners were cut. That being
I
said,
mean, to be fair, we're dealing with like an hour and a half worth of animation, so it's like,
Yeah.
I would understand a
kinda what
little bit
Mark
of some corners
Watts
being
was
cut because
saying.
dang, that's a lot of animation.
Yeah,
I mean,
out of the desire to like get the video out as quickly as possible.
well, it still took
Or-
2 years, but that's still very.
No, I say like as quickly as possible after the motivational change, like
Yeah.
beforehand it started, and that because yeah, you can see the areas where that would be a decline, especially as like if you know like the order of how videos like this tend to get produced, you know exactly where things are going to fall down if use motivation at a specific point along the way, which I guess means that clearly it was not going to be a rush production all the way through, which I hope we have dissected accordingly. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the rest of it. I guess we'll have to wait until Aidan with an A is has another free day before we do this one
I'm
again.
free tomorrow.
Oh, I guess we can just make this a two-parter, I suppose. Like, I was two-parter. I mean, like a double bill. You know. Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, we'll do that. And yes, Kenobi, I was talking about the Zelda scene in terms of like scenes that were made out of order in terms of production. The scene I was going to mention Mutant Girl as well, because the swimming scene I started like earlier on because I knew it was going to take much longer to make, and it still is. Looking at the scenes by recording the green screen, but yeah, they're basically that. All right, well, I guess we'll look forward to part 2, and hopefully what is broken shall be fixed, and what has been questioned shall be answered. But until then, of course, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already, and on that note, until next time,